told you. All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Sound Stream, and it wouldn't be a Monday Sound Stream without the Discord app only working 30 seconds ago. I have been trying for a half hour to open the Discord app, and I reinstalled it 8 times, and it just started working 30 seconds ago. And we're a little late because I was doing behind-the-scenes planning because the next couple weeks are going to be like crazy for me. So like we're just talking stuff out. But hi, everybody. Hey, your icon's loaded. Good. All right, so we got Ryan, we got Jerry.
Not ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm back. I talked to voice actors and stuff.
He did.
Yeah, Jerry went to a con, and he almost went to another umbrella basement again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry, did you want to tell the audience any fun little tidbits while I set up a couple things that I didn't set up because I was trying to get Discord to work?
Well, can I talk about one voice actor, or is that like too much?
I'm talking about a voice actor. Go for it.
I mean, it was at a con, so I doubt there was any NDA breaking.
Yeah, I don't. No, it's not that. It's just like how me and Wheels are unsure if he hates us or if he was just, or if we just mistook it as him being tired or whatever. We were talking to Xander Movis, and we gave him our business card, and he seemed, we were like, he was like, so, oh yeah, you guys are Hero Club, huh? And we're like, is he mad?
I think he's tired.
I bet it sounds like tired. That sounds like tired.
I told him even, I was like, yo, I love Persona. I platinumed it live and everything. He was like, that's cool. And then like, yeah, we were like, here's our business card. And we were like, oh crap, dude. Kaiji Tang was the opposite. We didn't want to bug him at all. And he was like, what? Come on. What do you guys want to say something? Well, you're leaving and everything. He's like, you guys want to give me a business card, right? We're like, yeah, well, give it to me. Come on, yeah, we'll figure something out.
It reminds me of the time I met
cool.
LeVar Burton, and he was having like a bad day, because I was like, oh, I loved reading Rainbow, and he's like, what, was I in that? I was like, what?
Oh, there's a beautiful story.
That was like very much a case of, oh, he's having a rough time. And then I went to Marina Sirtis, and she was like, Kaiji Tang, and I was like, oh my god, come over here. Come say hi.
There's a beautiful story Wheels want to tell you about actors not knowing things. And it has to do with a certain actor who was in a certain Saint Seiya dub who didn't know Saint Seiya was actually big. And he actually left his booth because we told him how big it was so he could look for merch of his Saint Seiya character because he didn't know it was actually big. He was like, holy crap, I'm looking for this right now. He gets up.
That's fantastic. I love stuff like that.
Oh, and Cal Dodd. That's a good story Wheels got to tell you. I'll just say this is a preview. Is Cal Dodd's an amazing person.
He is.
Like legit. I'm like, wow, you're one of the goats.
Cal Dodd is like one of those people that if you can get a chance to meet him at a convention, you absolutely should.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's definitely, he's on the list of people that it's like, you gotta meet him. All right, so. Common Jojo said I just started Transformers 84 and it's fine thus far. Does it get very good later on? It peaks like the first third of season 2 in terms of the balance of writing, character design, and animation quality, and then it kind of falls off. And then season 3 is like an increase in writing, and then a decrease in animation quality.
Yeah, but as an avid season 3 defender, I love season 3, but I can't defend the ACOM animation at all.
I like to watch season 3 as an audio drama. Yeah.
Just read Boy Rivals if you want season 3 with beautiful art.
Exactly. Let's see. Hellfire says, sometimes wonder how often voice actors have roles they don't even know are very popular. I met an actor, named Michael Forrest, who did so many voice roles, and he was at an age that he just printed out all of his voice roles into a binder, and he was like, if you find the role you liked me in, point to it, and I'll tell you a story. And it was the coolest thing ever. I loved it. He was I was like, what about that guy? And he's like, and he just tells me, what about that one? He could recall it. He's like, he had to see it. He was like, don't give me a name, point to a picture.
Because it's a case of, because a lot of these actors recording a lot of these roles back to back, so like they don't take time to really like understand like, oh, this
Yep.
thing's a very big thing and such like that.
But
So, like, when
especially
you
in
tell them,
dubbing, if they can see the character, they'll be like, "Oh, I remember doing that." Like it's a
I
good.
yeah,
expected Barbara to do that, but she actually remembers everything.
Barbara Crimson.
She remembers her. Yeah, she even remembers her Robotech like obscure characters from like. She was like, "You remember this?" And I was like, "What? How do you?" And then I
That's
told her about
amazing.
being the tower confidant in Persona 5. She's like, "Yeah, right there." And I'm like, "How? Wow, you still remember it all."
Barbara Goodson looks like such a sweetheart.
She's
Every
great.
interview I see of her.
One of the things is if you ever hear Veronica Taylor mention Gal Gaigar in any capacity in anything, that was directly my doing. Because when I met her, I was like, "Hey, do you remember when you did Gal Gaigar?" And she's like, "I've completely forgotten about this. Did we even finish that?" And I was like, "No, you only did half the show." And she was like, "Yeah, I think I went and recorded and never heard a single thing about it ever again."
Especially when like small releases like that,
Yeah,
unless it like really blows up, then the actor probably forget about it
it was
because
very
it's
funny
probably
though.
just like.
She like turned to her daughter and she's like, "Track down the DVDs. We need to watch this." This was back when the Media Blasters DVDs were out and available. This was like
hmm
so long ago, but it was one of the funniest things. It was funny too because I was like, "Oh hey, look who the rest of the cast was," and she's like, "I didn't even know." Like I was half this cast was my Ninja Turtles castmates.
Yep. Yeah. No, literally half the Gagarin has were in Ninja
Yeah,
TMZ.
yeah. So yeah, and if you ever hear her mention Gal Geiger in any capacity, that's my doing because she completely forgot about the show until I brought it up. AR says, "Does Transformers Season 3 get the one frame man treatment?" No. Luckily, even the worst of G1 Season 3's animation is still motion.
You'll get characters right for the dead.
Yes, you will get, the size changing shenanigans of Ultra Magnus picking up two Constructicons like they're babies, but, they still
or Devastator,
move.
or Devastator's size of a mini bot.
Yeah. God, there's so many weird things. But anyways, we should get on with the show because it's hot as heck. It's already 80 degrees in my room because it rained, so the humidity's up, which made it hotter.
Yep.
Hooray! Also, I know everybody wants my thoughts on the Doomsday trailer.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. And I want to tell you, we're going to be doing a trailer breakdown like I did for X-Men 97. However, in light of Disney copyright claiming anyone who uses footage from the trailer, I've had to make do with something else, and you can stay tuned for that.
You can thank me for giving him the idea.
Yeah. Ryan said something, and I was like, I got something to work with here. All right. So, first things first, very good week on the channel last week. I want to just tell everybody, it's one of the best weeks on the channel in terms of viewership and engagement, and I really appreciate it. So first of all, a news story I'm not talking about on this stream because I put all my thoughts into it, was Crunchyroll Store has decided that their shop is only going to be accessible from their two most expensive tiers of their subscription only. And basically, this video is here's that news, here's a history of what they've done, with Sony gobbling up all these anime companies, and then slight relation to the video game market story, but mostly kind of informing, keeping it concise. It's not. I didn't make it an angry rant video. I let myself. I kept myself like at a level of like, here it's like a simmering, but I kept it, nice and professional. Wanted to make sure that the information was clear, concise, make it very clear what was going on. And then I also double-checked it to make sure that everything I was alleging Sony was doing is stuff that there's evidence for, and not just assumptions. But, as I said, I think as I said on Jerry's stream and my stream in terms of Sony and they're cutting physical games for PlayStation, I say Sony's trying to monopolize these parts of these industries. And I can say that because there is no evidence to the contrary. There's only evidence supporting that. I'm still alleging it. I'm not saying it for certain, but I'm alleging based on the fact that there's evidence supporting the theory and no evidence disproving the theory. So, yeah. All right, on that, my first Absolute Edition from DC, The Crisis on Infinite Earths, which someone asked if I'd finished reading it. I read through the main book. I'm still working through the behind-the-scenes book because there's like a 7-page interview that's 7 pages, but like 3 long columns on this huge ass paper, so it takes a while to read through.
It's on the floor. It's on the floor right over there.
It is, yes. It's funny because it's blocked by the outline. There it is. It's right there. Anyways, hope you guys liked it, because it seemed like everybody did. Well received, good viewership, good comments.
It shall now be your new sidekick.
It's for a minute. Like, it's funny because I have it on the floor and it's like leaned up against the shelf, so it's like all perfectly adjusted.
I don't know, it just sits standing up like that. It looks like a it looks like it feels like a character on his own. Like
it does.
That, like God, that whole I never really look into Absolute because it's not a format I have any interest again because like. I'm mostly a Dick Train paperback guy, but like, damn, that looks nice.
It's so nice.
I would say because I assume I do need to get a copy of Crisis one day, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I should just get the compact, just to get it for $10. But like, because those Finuses, they collect everything.
Yeah,
right? Crisis.
They have all the tie-ins, but I don't actually think that's the best reading format.
Yeah,
because they actually talk about in the behind the scenes book. Marv Wolfman sent a letter to all the comic writers at the time, and he was like, "Here's how you tie into Crisis. You must include the red skies and the planet ending, but you don't have to tie into the main plot if it doesn't work for your story." Because, like, I read through all the Batman Crisis tie-ins, and boy, if you never read Crisis, that's just a little thing happening in the background. The skies turn red one day.
I was thinking, like, oh, what format of Crisis? And as much as $10 for Crisis in the I think I would probably get the single, like the Dick. Trade
I would get the regular trade because I think that Crisis for a compact on paper is a good idea, but this is a comic that is so detailed. It's very wordy, and it's very detailed in its artwork because you have like George Perez drawing like 100 characters on a page, and I don't know how that translates to that small size.
Yeah.
It may just get blobby.
Knowing you'll pick it up for $10 $10.
I
got all the versions of Crisis. You can say I bought everything.
I don't have every one of them because I'm not buying the finest, and I didn't buy the box set from a few years ago that did. It was like individual hardcovers for each issue, but
jeez, oh my God,
yeah, that was insane. I don't want that, but yeah, the compact should be the new colors because I think that's what they're going to be doing for everything. But I think they're. Yeah, AR said, I guess I could read it and then read the tie-ins at another time. Yeah, that's kind of my way I think you should do it. Is like you should read it, and then if you're reading another series, read the tie-ins, like Batman, right? Like there's a Batman Finest that's got all the Crisis tie-ins in it. That's good. I don't think you need to go out and seek out all the tie-in issues. Obviously, because Marv and George were doing Teen Titans at the time, the Teen Titans issues tie in more directly, but a lot of the others don't. So it's not. It's more like it's affecting everything, less so than part 1, part 1.5, part 2.
I'm just glad the tie-ins are like that and not like other tie-in nonsense where you are important to the story. Because it's because God, I have been burned by absolute power.
Yes.
But I'm thankful that DCKO tie-ins were smart. Where I feel like the only tie-ins you need to read were Superman because he was like the main character of that story.
Yeah, I think it's kind of similar. Like I think also I think DCKO works on its own too. Yeah, that's the thing is, it's like Link Carr always says when he does like event comic covers, like the event miniseries should stand alone and you get the complete story there, and the tie-in should just add to it. Like that's how events should be. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm probably going to be doing another Absolute Edition review for Wednesday because I got a hectic couple of weeks coming up, and I want to get the X-Men Home Video history out this week, so I need something simple and easy for Wednesday. And my Absolute Batman White Knight should be here in about an hour. So I think that might be... I kind of have an approach I want to take with it. It's not going to be the same as like my first Absolute. It'll be a shorter video. But I do want to kind of like talk about White Knight because I never really have. And I think it'd be a neat opportunity to do it and show off the fancy book. Yeah.
Question for the Absolute book. Can you block a bullet with it?
Not with Absolute Crisis because it's got the softer paper. to be the
Okay,
more
so it's now,
old
yeah, it's like I was looking, it's like, oh my god, is that like one of those like dick ass like hardcovers where it would deflect like stop
The
a bullet?
slipcase is pretty sturdy, but I think the slipcase on the Lady Death omnibus, it's the same size. That thing's heavy. That thing could kill somebody. Crisis will bruise. Lady Death will kill, which feels appropriate. But yeah, so
That's even that's even my Hellboy because like even though I have the
yeah.
Superman by Peter J. Tomasi omnibus, the Hellboy box it's heavier because Dark Horse used like the densest hell
Yeah, my
papers.
Dark Horse shelf, my Hellboy shelf back here is starting to warp because the Dark Horse trades and hardcovers are heavier than everybody else.
That's the case. It's the case of put the Dark Horse stuff if you can on the bottom shelf. Then.
Well, the problem is the ones on the bottom are the Power Ranger hardcovers because they're taller than all the others.
Yeah, God.
Yep.
I really need. I put a limit. I put a stop on me getting like any more dick cover stuff because I need to get a new shelf first before I do anything. Because like my bookshelf, it's like max now practically.
Yeah.
I can't fit anymore.
I had to move some stuff around, and I'm like, you know what? The Super Friends Finest doesn't need to be on the shelf. It's an alternate universe. That's where I'm at. I need to get another shelf for stuff. How's the dust? Everything's mostly clean in this room except for the old DC Classics figures because I haven't had to touch it. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Anyways, Absolute White Knight. Probably get a video for Wednesday because I don't really have anything else better to do that I can get done in a quick turnaround. But then there's going to be the X-Men Home Video History on Friday, which I've already filmed it, and you guys are going to be seeing how many frickin' times they release those Fox X-Men movies.
I can't wait.
It's mortifying.
Here's the biggest question: how many times we need to do a counter? How many times you see X-Men in that video?
If don't play a drinking game with how many times I say X-Men and how many times I say, especially how many times I say reprint.
Alcohol poisoning. What happened? Why is it? Oh,
yeah. You won't even make it past the evolution segment, which I haven't filmed yet. That's how bad I know that's going to be. I'm waiting on. For anyone wondering, too, I bought the X-Men Evolution DVDs that I didn't have. The last two are showing up today, so I need to. So like tomorrow, I'm going to film the Absolute White Knight video, the X-Men Evolution segment, and then just edit all that stuff together and get it all done for this week. So
I was gonna say, did like Burger King came with like episodes and no wait, the Burger King are like games. If I remember
they're
right.
games and clips, not full episodes. I remembered that off my brain because I had those old CDs. They had clips, but not full episodes.
I'm trying to think. I don't think in your home media history video so far you have not run into pack in with boys DVDs.
I think the only time I did was Ninja Turtles, and I put those in.
Yeah, so that's the only time because like I know.
I'm also skipping VHS for the X-Men one because I can't get clear sources onto what episodes were on what VHS tapes, and if I included VHS, the video would be like ridiculously
2
longer.
hours.
Yeah, it's already gonna be long as hell because of the Fox movies. Yeah, let's see. Hellfire says this week is SDCC, next week is Discotek. Is there any other big thing happening soon? It is going to be weird for me because I'm going to be doing. We got SDCC. Then Discotek. Then the following week, I'm going to be in Vegas. So hopefully nothing happens that week because the following Monday I won't be streaming. And then I'll be back the week after. So
I know you mean you're talking about like, I hope like no big news happened that week. But I know you're talking about hoping nothing happens in Vegas.
I mean, I also hope nothing happens in Vegas. I'm like terrified to travel these days. So
because everything, what's the phrase? Everything stays in Vegas.
Yeah, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Vegas.
Except for the merchandise I buy at a Star Trek convention. All right. Anyways, shorts last week. Blue Guys and Wolverine, and the Blue Guys outperformed Wolverine like 3-1.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but I'll take it. That so far, Beast and Nightcrawler have been the highest performing every figure of short to date.
People love that Kurt.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's also funny considering they're not in the Doomsday trailer.
$2 super chat from Mateki. Did a whale save the day in Star Trek 4?
In Star Trek 4, 3 episodes of Lower Decks, and 1 episode of Strange New Worlds. Yes. Yep.
Our brown Blue Guys short supremacy.
Yeah. Whatever happens while you're in Vegas, you don't have to talk about it. It's the rule. It's true. It's true. Mario Man says makes me happy Nightcrawler fan. I'm a big Nightcrawler fan. I'm very I was very happy to see that short did so well. The Wolverine update was fun, but also that took me 6 hours to edit because of 73 figures in it.
You still have the behind the scenes photo of all the Logans on all the Canadian men.
I do, yeah. I don't have it like on me at the moment, but it is kind of fun. Anyways, there'll be 2 more this week. The first one's going to be weird, and the second one's going to make sense after this week's episode airs, so it's going up after. That's the. I'll just tell you guys. I'll give you guys a little hint. Tomorrow's X-Men short is a catch-all. There's some stragglers when I was planning everything out. I'm throwing all the stragglers together tomorrow, so it'll be fun.
I can't wait for when we get to whenever the Batman comes out, Part 2 comes out. I can't wait for every Batman video to be like going to hyperspeed because all the goddamn Batman.
I think it's gonna. I think I'll have to play it at hyperspeed because I don't think I can fit into 3 minutes otherwise.
I know, right?
Also, I have more time to work on that, which we'll talk about in the news. All right. First of all, boom! I went and saw the Odyssey yesterday, and I came back to my Discord server on fire. So I was really vibing with Odysseus.
How's this a mid-cool between Batman Part 1 and 2? Because I know isn't Pattinson in this?
Yes, Robert Pattinson is in this. I think Mickey 16 is playing Robert Pattinson here.
Is this a story about Maxi Zeus taking over Gotham fully?
It's funny because this is actually a better Batman movie than any of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
Because you've been known to not like Nolan, which fair because I don't like Nolan either. So how's it, as a non-Nolan fan, how do you feel about the film?
Let me read you my Letterboxd review because I felt like I summed it up pretty good. All right, so I've never been a Christopher Nolan fan. I've seen several of his movies. I've been called the Dark Knight's biggest hater. In person, too. People call me that in person when I talk about the movie. Anyways, I never get what others see in Nolan as a director until now. Maybe it was a subject matter thing, or it just had to be grander than anything he's tapped before. Or maybe it was the fact that Christopher Nolan was able to take a story that's centuries old, that's been rehashed and replayed in countless stories throughout literary history, and make it feel so impactful and meaningful. This is a story I know, but this film was a perspective I hadn't seen before, and that is something special. I gotta tell you, like, this movie was just, like, absolutely incredible to me. It was, because again, I'm not a Nolan fan, so this is not me going, it was great because I love Nolan. Like, I'm categorically not. I mean, as a person, he seems pretty cool, but like as a director, I'm like, I don't know. I don't like his Batman movies because I felt like he fundamentally misunderstood Batman and created a flanderized version that everybody's seen, that everybody's used as a basis for like the future, which is a problem.
Are you talking about Batman or Joker or both?
Both, but Joker comes off better in that, except his plan's too logical, so it's not really a Joker plan. I kept waiting for the Joker to not be the one behind his plan that whole movie because it was too logical. It made too much sense.
I love the... There's a great meme about version Batman adaptation versus Chad 80s Batman meme. I posted this to Reddit because it's so accurate.
All right, let's see this. Yeah,
I'll put a screen chat.
But yeah, so the thing was, like, I went into this movie thinking, wow, this looks really good, just off the trailers and everything, and I was like, I was pretty buzzed going in. I was like, I'm excited. I'm pretty excited. This is very fun. And this movie did not only it didn't let me down, but it also was way better than I thought it was going to be. I really think that maybe all these years of Christopher Nolan doing movies has resulted into something kind of special and incredible. The thing that, I saw it in IMAX because I was in an IMAX sold-out screening at 4 p.m. on a Sunday, by the way. Not a single seat was empty, including the shitty ones up front that I don't understand why they exist because they're so close to the screen. But it was an incredible thing. And what's amazing is that as a movie in terms of structure, the first act is a complete mess. But the third act is so incredible and ties everything together so perfectly that it then makes you go, oh, that's why we did it in that order. Which is just such a weird thing, but like it is kind of a brilliant thing at the same time. K-Boy, I can't go into everything wrong with The Dark Knight, but I'll put this meme up because that sums it up. Because I could go on for days about the Dark Knight trilogy. But I gotta say, one of the things that I did appreciate about the Odyssey And actually, this is not big enough for you guys to read the text captions. One of the things with the Odyssey that I think was smart, because I know people were talking about like casting and stuff, and outside of not having a Greek actor in the cast, just it's based off of a Greek poem.
That's what I was thinking.
That's my only problem with the cast. Yeah,
that's weird. You didn't always have one.
At least somebody was Greek.
Yeah, because like the way that Nolan approached.
Yeah. Was Troy in Turkey? Somebody was Turkish too. Would have been nice, but
yeah, it was like I think it was just a weird oversight because like the way that Nolan talks about the movie and the way it's portrayed is it's kind of done like the musical Hamilton in a way where it's like this is the story being told out in a modern, not a modern setting, but like it, characters talk. They don't talk in Greek, right? Like, so they're speaking English. So he's like, well, we don't have to use like olden English because that doesn't make using olden English makes as much sense as using modern English.
I hated that trope too, in older movies where it's like these Greek actors are speaking classical British. I'm like, why?
Exactly. And so that was the thing is that like, I thought like when I saw that in the press tour, Nolan was like, yeah, I just was like, it makes as much sense to use more contemporarily American accents as it does British accents. They were all Greek. They were speaking Greek. We're not making a movie where everyone's speaking Greek. I was like, yeah, and it works. And you don't think about it after a certain point in the movie.
I don't want to go too much of a tangent, but that reminds me of
my favorite question. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that reminds me with the whole like, why do the old accents and all that stuff? Like, why do some have British accents and some have just American accent? It reminds me of the Witch of Athelier's dub, where the dub director said, like the ones that do have British accents are actually a high class, and the ones that have American accents are like lower class. So you want to showcase the differences, showcase that in the dub, which I really appreciate that because it's
that's actually really smart. Yeah.
But yeah, no, just that just when you said that, just reminded me of that because like I don't think back then I don't think that was the idea. Probably I think it was just it happens from back in the day.
Pretty much. Yeah, Peacemaker was saying about the Romeo and Juliet. Was that Baz Luhrmann? Anyways, or was it Roman Polanski? Anyways, there was a Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, and it was all the Shakespearean language
dialogue. Yep.
But it was set in present day.
Set in modern LA or something like that.
Yeah. It was actually pretty clever. But yeah, so the thing is, I think that like this was it was best. I think that this movie just like that's what makes it work too, is that it's telling the story, but because it's taking a new perspective on the story at the same time, it works that it's done with the cast and the looks of everything the way it is. And there's a third act reveal that was so incredible that like I was like, this just like made this movie one of the best movies this year, period.
So Bruce Wayne did reveal he was Batman in the movie?
It's funny because like there's actors that pop up in this that I'm like, oh hey, Nolan does just cast the same people in a lot of his movies, but it totally works here. There was just like there were so many great moments in it, but one of the things I think that I appreciated was because majority of the cast were like recognizable people like Anne Hathaway and Matt Damon and Tom Holland and all that. You can sometimes get lost in some of the Greek names. Like, are you going to remember Tamilikis's name off the bat, or are you going to be like, "Hey, Tom Holland"? Like, it makes an instant connection between your brain. Yeah, exactly. Anybody that read the book,
my name is
same.
Pounce. Yeah. I literally name myself after Greek, so yeah.
But for the average moviegoer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or not? Yeah, exactly.
Give them an instant brain connection, so that way they know which character. So when they hear the name of the character and they see the face they recognize, they can kind of click the pieces together. I think that's great. And I think they actually kind of worked in its favor significantly. And I also thought the cast was fantastic. I thought everybody did a great job. Anne Hathaway was really, really good in this. Like she has this speech towards the like in the third act of this movie is immaculate. But she has a speech in the third act that was definitely not in the original book, but was something that really fit the character and really fit the story so well. That I was like, and sometimes I do this when I'm watching movies. I'm like, that's the clip they'll play at the Oscars. Like I can just kind of picture in my head, be like
something about this movie. It's funny.
If
Yeah.
comic book Twit tells you that if it's not from the original comics and not a line check from the comics, the original source material, it's bad.
I have a thing that shows how old I am. Sound out where
Yeah.
watching clips, I'm like, so where's the game?
Oh yeah.
It should where's the tie-in game? Like this
Yeah.
feels like I should be playing a tie-in game. With
We
this. I don't know
really
why.
should. It would be such a good game.
I don't know. You, Cass, you remind me. Like I don't know why you ever play those like Lord of the Rings tie-in games.
Yes.
During the PS2, like when they were like RPGs for some reason. That's what I imagine the Odyssey game being or something like that.
They were like all right RPG and a pretty good beat 'em up.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought
enough. There was also a Van Helsing one that was good. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, the Van Helsing game was better than the actual movie.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, no, I thought this movie was just like, from an acting perspective, was incredible. From a filming perspective, and this is what like also probably threw me off about the Avengers Doomsday trailer this morning, is that everything was done to make it look as real and practical as possible. Like, because Nolan had to use VFX stuff on this. He's not a no VFX guy. He's like, I want to do it practical if we can. You know, he's kind of a practical with CGI enhancement. You know, like the Cyclops in this is a giant 60-foot puppet.
Man, Nolan actually blew up a hospital in the Dark Knight.
Right? Actually, he kind of did. That was a practical explosion in an abandoned building. But anyways, that's the thing too is with Nolan. I like this. He'll film a practical explosion and then have the VFX team put it over a building.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
he actually snapped Christian Bale's back during Rise.
Yeah, basically. So the thing is that I just there was a practicality to like the Trojan horse because that was a physical prop.
Fury. Or you actually just comes through Mario.
Oh yeah, Mario wasn't in this. 0 out of 10. We got John Leguizamo in it though. Like, yeah, close enough.
Close enough.
But yeah, the thing is, like, there's like this. It's this thing where like, there's fantastical elements, but they have like that kind of like Nolan's very good at grounded stuff, which I think makes his movies boring for me at times. But here it works because you're still doing magic. He's not straying away from like the movie opens with a title card. It's like, this is a time of magic, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Honestly, I think what you're telling me is he finally found a source material he actually likes.
Yes. I think that's what it is that like he's been wanting to make this movie for a long time. I thought like, you know, I never saw Oppenheimer, but I know it had problems. But you know, I think that like after Oppenheimer, he got all the box office barrel and all the Oscars, and they're like, Universal's like, we'll just give you however much money you want, and he's like, I want to do the Odyssey, and you know, I think he actually. What's great is I feel like I can feel his love for the material in it. Whereas with Batman, I felt the disdain for the material, and then the fact that like, there's the way that he kind of frames it, like he shifts the order of events, because Nolan's not a non-linear director, so I was expecting that, but the way he shifts the order of events, so that way it all like it's all kind of a little bit jumbled. And then by the end of it, it's all perfectly laid out. I was like, this is what he's always been trying to do in a movie. And every one of his movies I've seen never quite clicked like that, like it did with this one. And it kind of makes it to a point where I'm like, this made me go from, I don't really care for Christopher Nolan movies. I have to really be interested to try it. That's why I didn't see Oppenheimer, is because for Christopher Nolan, I've seen his Batman movies. I've seen Inception, I've seen Dunkirk, and I saw like 10 minutes of Tenet. And I was just not feeling any of them. So when I got to this, and I was looking at the trailers, I was like, well, this actually looks different. And I was like, all right, what does Christopher Nolan do in a more fantasy setting, instead of a contemporary setting, like further back in the past, like what does he do with it? And I kind of want him to kind of keep experimenting and not just go back to his usual formula, because this was significantly more interesting and significantly more impactful than doing like a period biopiece for World War II or a present day thriller, which are kind of his two settings, or what have been his two settings to this date.
Yeah, it's so funny because like I fully forgot Dunkirk was a thing. So when you said it, I had to look up because I don't know. While I hear Dunkirk, I thought it was some kind of adult comedy.
Yeah, no. It's a horrifying World War II movie.
Yeah, maybe it's the main. I hear the main Dunker. Like that sounds like some dumb adult.
There's a lot
comedy.
of European locations that sound like dumb American comedies.
It's
So.
like I was like, when I was looking it up, I was like, I had to make sure, was Adam Sandler in this or not? I was
Yeah.
looking it up.
He's like, how do we make a poll to make you watch Prestige? What's Prestige about?
The Prestige format?
It's about the Prestige format of comic books. It's like, here's how we learned to charge $5. No, I want to know what Prestige is about, because that's my thing, is that I think subject matter is a big thing to get me in the door. But now I'm more open to a Christopher Nolan movie, but I'm not necessarily open to just watching his back catalog. I feel like I want to see what he does next. Like, he says he's going to take a couple years off, and that's totally fine. Oh, it's a magic movie? It's magicians? All right, I'm going to go look this up. It's just funny how many of Christopher Nolan's movies are just one-word titles.
I don't the set for the Batman, his Batman trilogy is like the one exception.
Yeah, that's because it's an existing IP. Yeah, okay. Co-wrote this 1985 novel by Christopher Priest. That's a comic writer as well. Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. Magicians.
Batman,
okay.
Batman Logan together. It's Candyman and Rudy Man.
I like how Wikipedia it says, note, though the movie contains multiple flash forwards and flashbacks throughout, the story is told here in chronological order. Yep, that's a Christopher Nolan movie, all right.
You mean the thing that hurt Man of Steel?
Yes. Man of Steel was very much trying to be a Christopher Nolan movie, but Zack Snyder is not that type of director. Like, it's just, you have to be good at that to really pull it off. That's funny. Birds of Prey is actually a movie that also tries that same format.
I think I try to block that movie out.
That movie was told non-linearly. Like, events would happen, and then Harley would be like, "Oh, let me tell you about Black Canary," and then it'd go backward to like. It was so weird. Yeah, Nolan produced Man of Steel. That's true, because they didn't want to build off of Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy universe,
but they want the audience.
But they wanted
the audience. The audience.
They wanted that style movie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Literally all of Christopher Nolan's movies, following Memento, Insomnia, The Prestige, Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, Tenet, Oppenheimer, The Odyssey. Those are all one-word titles, except for Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises.
God, and I remember when Interstellar was a thing. God,
yeah.
I remember when that was coming out when I was a kid, and I was like, everybody's like, "Oh my God, Nolan, blah blah blah," and all that stuff. God, you ever think about how I wonder how many kids watched the Dark Knight trilogy and were just so lost because those films are not family movies at all.
Oh, I know. They are Christopher Nolan movies first, Batman movies second. That's part of my problem.
Yeah, because it's not like I mean, there's definitely some content's not meant for kids, but it's more like, God, how many kids fell asleep watching those films? And
yeah.
Like that.
Especially The Dark Knight Rises. That movie's a whole lot of nothing. Anyways.
I hate that. God, I hate that movie so much.
To not derail onto the Batman talk, because I loved this movie. And I had, going into it, I was like, not a big Christopher Nolan. I'm not even close to being a Christopher Nolan fan. But now, I'm like, I'm keeping my eye on him. I'm like, he's got cool things going here.
Did you get the Trojan horse popcorn bucket?
No, they didn't have any popcorn buckets, which is good, because I've spent way too much money on popcorn buckets lately. So
I just find it funny they actually made a Trojan horse popcorn bucket.
I think the funny one's the fact they made an IMAX camera popcorn bucket.
Okay. You should get that.
I want it, but it's like $60. I don't want to spend $60 on a popcorn bucket.
But still, you can use it as a prop, and it's like, look, guys, I have an IMAX camera.
Yeah. Avery is cool, says, I'm getting the vibe you don't like the Dark Knight movies could be wrong. You're picking up the right vibe. But no, so anyways.
I'll fly here. I can't confirm. I was falling asleep during Dark Knight Rises when I was a kid.
You know what's the worst part about my Dark Knight Rises theater experience?
What was it?
I walked out of it and heard about the shooting.
Oh yeah! Oh, this is the story you keep telling us.
Yeah, like I come out and I hear about like the guy in Colorado that shot up a movie theater during Dark Knight Rises dressed as the Joker, and I was like, huh? Like that was the weirdest whiplash coming out of that movie and getting that news.
Oh, I was saying, actually there at the event.
No,
the
no. I
scene.
wasn't actually at the scene of the crime. No, that was
for once.
Yeah.
Once, where you live.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, so the thing was, like, if anybody's wondering, is the Odyssey really that good? I'm somebody that doesn't like Christopher Nolan movies, and I loved it. So I think that's a testament to it above anything else, honestly. So highly recommend.
So
it.
how would this? So would this tie in with part? So how does this tie into part 2 with after Batman defeated Maxi Zeus?
I want to say, but it's all spoilers for the way that it's like you can't spoil the Odyssey. It's kind of an old book from 3,000 years ago, but the way that Robert Pattinson plays his character in this is just so good. Like Robert Pattinson can get away with being in like 6 movies in 1 year because every movie he does a different accent and has a completely different personality. And I gotta tell you, the last trailer before this movie was the Dune trailer, where Pattinson's got like bleach blonde hair and he has a completely different voice. And I'm like, I love this guy's range.
It's so funny how, like, I think almost unanimously everyone just kind of forgot he started out in the Twilight movies.
Yes,
Twilight movies,
including himself. He kind of forgets he was in them too.
I know, because I read your Pattinson was probably acting in between, like his current era versus Twilight movies, but like it kind of, let's say, like he was kind of like outside the public conscious after the Twilight movies ended, and all of a sudden, like he just got this big boom ever since the Batman in Lighthouse and such. Have you seen the Lighthouse yet?
No, I haven't yet.
You need to hear Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe throw Seaman language to each other.
Weren't they also both in Boy and the Heron's dub?
Yes.
It's weird how often they come together. Oh, I saw the Robert Eggers werewolf trailer on the IMAX screen. And
what trailers did you saw? Any notable ones?
I saw Werewolf, which that movie looks gnarly, nasty, and disgusting, and I'm probably going to be there like opening weekend because I didn't ever want to watch Nosferatu again, but I appreciate the fact that Robert Eggers knows how to make a monster movie. So I'm like, well, I'll probably turn up for Werewolf.
Here's how horny would it be?
Oh, dude, I don't even know. Have you seen the trailer for Werewolf?
Not yet. I need to see. I still need to see it.
I don't think Aaron Taylor Johnson's wearing clothing in that movie. I think he has like a cloak on in one scene, and then the other times he's just like spitting all over the place. But what other trailers did I see? I saw the Dune trailer, saw the Werewolf trailer. Saw another trailer for the end of Oak Street, which my mom and I, every time we see it, we're like, yes, Twilight Zone episode, because it's the same plot as a Twilight Zone episode. It's like this whole neighborhood gets shifted, and now there's dinosaurs next to them or something. I'm like, that looks all right.
I need to really sit down and actually watch the Dune films. It's just Dune's not really my type of sci-fi.
It's incredibly dense too. Those movies are like.
They're not really my type. They're not really my type of movies. Also, like, I want my sci-fi more Kirby crackle everywhere.
It's funny because it's more Kirby than you'd think.
Yeah, but I need those visuals, man. I need everyone to look stupid.
Like the thing is that like watching Dune made me realize how much Dune is in Star Wars, how much Dune is in Fourth World, how much Dune is in Star Trek. Like it's got to be one of those influential sci-fi works because everybody read it back when it came out, and so like all that wave of stuff in the 70s and 80s, like all has like Dune in it.
The only thing I know about Dune. It's my only frame of reference is the stupid guy with the stupidly long cloak. Because I remember, because I only know that one because Lego had to make a giant ass fabric piece for him.
Yep.
He's still like a regular sized minifigure, but he has this stupidly giant.
That's the thing about the Dune movies. Like the Denis Villeneuve Dune movies, everybody's like, oh, they're so serious. I'm like, they are also really funny I don't know intentionally or accidentally, but they're also really funny. Because like when Baron Harkonnen starts floating around like a goober, it's hilarious. And then he like murders somebody horrifically, and it's like, okay, bad guy. That's true. Actual Lee said if you want weird and less dense, you can watch the David Lynch film. That movie is goofy as shit. You might actually enjoy it more.
I have watched those. I did watch those versions. I call it Tremors.
Yes, I think Tremors came after.
What's this thing, right? It's sand in the desert with giant worm creatures, right?
Yep. Now I'm trying to remember what other trailers I saw because I just was really hyped about Doom. Oh, I saw the Wolverine trailer we're talking about later. For the game.
That's weird.
It was on an IMAX screen. And my mom was like, when does that movie come out? And I was like...
Yeah, you got confused. Like,
and then the PlayStation logo came out and she was like, oh. Oh, my God. I'm trying to remember what other... Oh, I didn't see a Spider-Man trailer, which was weird considering 3 of its cast members were in the Odyssey.
I love Sussy 6 comment. Did you know the Morpheus didn't use CGI? They turned to real vampires for the movie.
The Morbius trailer. Yeah. See, Morbius, yeah, it's... see, Jared Leto playing an unfeeling undead man is not too far off from his own reality, so...
Why can't you make him a skeleton?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, by the way, people, Motu's coming to Prime Video on Wednesday. Watch it.
Watch it.
It's so good.
J Pocket, I saw Odyssey on an IMAX laser theater because we don't have a 70mm within 100 miles. So, yeah. I'm trying to remember what other trailers, because there wasn't that many trailers because this movie was 3 hours long and the theater wanted to get things going.
Well, to get to other movies then, shall we talk about the Blu-rays then?
Yeah, I was just trying to. I'm completely. Because the Odyssey was that good, I memory hold everything that happened beforehand. Like it's that good. But no. I swore there was another trailer I saw, but I feel like I've just blacked out everything. I don't even know other movies are coming out. You know what trailer I didn't see? Cat in the Hat or Street Fighter. I was saved twice this time.
Thank God. I was like, thank God for Street Fighter, especially.
I'm gonna see the Street Fighter trailer on when Spider-Man in 2 weeks, though. That's almost a guarantee. I know it's gonna happen. I hate every time that trailer starts playing. I want to leave the theater. It's awful, so bad. All right. Anyways, Blu-ray news. We actually have Blu-ray news for once. We'll have more, not next week, but the week after, because Discotek's gonna have their big Otakon panel. Alrighty, folks. Mando and Grogu's coming to Blu-ray on August 25th. It hits digital tomorrow.
I guess this survived the purge of the home media.
Yeah, I think the purge means that we're only going to have current movies. Because that's all we've gotten announced so far is Devil Wears Prada and this. We are getting a limited edition set, though, which actually looks kind of cool. It's called the Beskar Collector's Edition that comes with art cards, a fancy metal box, and a steelbook.
I know that's probably sand, but why did it look like Cheetah? Okay, like a giant Cheez-It.
It does.
Open like that.
It's funny because there's no sand in that movie. It's like the only Star Wars thing lately to not have
Hellfire, do you forget?
Disney fired their entire home media division.
Yeah, you forgot about that?
I mean, admittedly, like 400 things have happened since then, so.
But hey, you finished the movie, right? They finished a phone call timing.
Yay! Steelbook looks nice. It'll match the 3 seasons of the show, except we still didn't get Book of Boba Fett, so we don't have a complete story. Yay. Blu-ray.
No Mando guidance for you.
Nope. And then there's a Blu-ray and a DVD. So I'm just excited it's coming out in physical. That's good. All right, next up.
I would say I always do like the posters for the movie.
I like them because they're painted and they're not just photo collages, but they're actually like painted photo collages. Yeah,
painted like it really reminds me of those old era posters because something like those old painted movie posters back in the day.
All right, Criterion announced their October slate, which includes Christiane F., The Shout, Welcome to the Terrordrome, Silence of the Lambs on 4K, Eclipse Series 5, the first films of Samuel Fuller, The Complete Kubrick, but the only one I care about right now is Frankenstein. Look at this.
I didn't know they made a whole movie about the Cobra Terrordrome.
Cobra Terrordrome.
Terrordrome.
So,
look at that cover.
All right, I gotta tell you that the people at Criterion understood the assignment to make the cover art to Frankenstein, a movie that Guillermo del Toro said was built out of his Catholic upbringing and the concept of the sins of the father. And the Criterion collection was like, you know what we need? We need a piece of artwork that looks like you could hang it up in a church and nobody would notice for a couple hours.
It literally does,
and
right?
Also, that and people will be that and something that the people that thirst over.
I mean, have you seen some of those images of Jesus they put up in churches? He's like barely clothed and ripped to in full 8-pack and everything. All right, it's very online. Jerry probably also knows. You've seen artwork in churches. This is exactly what artwork in churches looks like, right?
And I was just gonna say, in the crucifixes, he has
Well, no, they're missing. We're missing
they all have
the.
apex.
We're
Yeah.
missing the disappoint. They're missing the disappointing shame stare.
The disappointed shame stare is Oscar Isaac looking away from the camera.
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm going to take a guess, is going to come out in November, right in time for Christmas.
Yeah, because they know that'll be a big seller.
Yep. I did pre-order this. I usually wait to buy Criterion stuff when it hits the Barnes & Noble sale, but it's Frankenstein, and there's an extended cut that's apparently only on the 4K and Blu-ray releases from Criterion. Like, there's the extended cut apparently is not going to Netflix; it's only on the physical release.
God, it's more. Wow.
Yeah.
God.
I'm very excited about this. Our full list of bonus features includes a 4K digital master of the theatrical cut of the film, a 4K digital master of Frankenstein the Reborn cut, a new 158-minute extended director's cut of the film with Dolby Atmos soundtrack. 2 4K Blu-ray discs of the films are presented in Dolby Vision HDR with the 2 Blu-rays of the films, including the special features. New audio commentary on the Reborn cut featuring Guillermo del Toro. The Anatomy Lesson director's cut, a new documentary of the making of the film. The Anatomy Lesson was the one on Netflix, so I think the director's cut means we're getting a longer version of it, which is cool. The Parlor, a collection of conversations on craft featuring Del Toro, actors Jacob Elordi, Mia Goth, and Oscar Isaac. By the way, Mia Goth was on the Odyssey, and I didn't know that, and I was just happy to see her.
Mia Goth is such a fantastic actress.
She really is.
You need to check out Ty West's X trilogy.
Yeah.
I think you'll really like you'll really like those horror movies, especially because it really talks about like the mental state, the like mental health issues of the.
I love psychological horror.
No, yeah, no, totally, because they really they're all about especially like how bad the mental health was during post World War II.
Oh yeah.
Also, Dave Course was in it also.
Oh yeah, okay, no, I do need to check that out. Anyways, this also includes cinematographer Dan Lousy, production designer Tamara DeVille, costume designer Kate Howley, and creature designer Mike. I forgot to say in front of a bunch of those, Soundout Film Award winner, because I love all the work that people did in this movie. They also have the Q&As from Martin Scorsese and Patti Smith, because those are the Q&As that were done at the premieres of the film, which is great.
You should print a sticker of the Sound Awards.
Put it on the cover.
On the cover.
That'd be so fun. Interview with composer Alexandra Desplat and conducted by film music scholar John Bergelmane. Trailer and English subtitles for the deaf and hearing impaired and English descriptive audio, plus an essay by scholar and author Christopher Frayling. I'm very, 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 very excited. Also, forgot to mention in the Odyssey, as no surprise, Ludwig Göransson made another fantastic score that I've already listened to like twice. I only saw the movie yesterday, but just wanted to say that. All right. Want to talk about some bullshit? Crunchyroll. I got a bunch of comments about this because I did miss the news last week that Crunchyroll did announce One Piece Collection 40. At the bottom of this article, as an exclusive to Walmart. It feels weird.
I guess he must have sold really well at those Walmart. Because I think
Walmart only ever gets those bundles. So
yeah, because I know they had to make they must be, the anime stuff must be doing very well because they've been making a bunch of deals with Walmart to have like those big, those like My Hero, Dragon Ball bundles, and now the One Piece ones and such. They must be doing well because I guess like it is very annoying that these are Walmart exclusive, but like one, at least they're very well stocked at the very least, and two, like you probably get it for a damn good price.
It's probably going to be cheaper than Crunchyroll Store or Amazon.
Yeah, because they're. Like, I was able to get My Hero season 1 to 5 for like $60 for both sets.
Yeah, even the Demon Slayer Blu-rays are almost reasonably priced at Walmart.
Yeah. So like. I'm
definitely glad it's not exclusive to Crunchyroll Store. That would have made me sad.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is much better. It's just it's odd that it's Walmart exclusive and it's not going to Amazon and Target. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because the Crunchyroll Walmart made like a big deal of having that big Crunchyroll like section in their home media division. So I think like it must be doing that well if they're gonna make the next One Piece collection exclusive.
One complaint, though, I would like to be able to pre-order it. There is no listing on Walmart yet.
That's always the problem with Walmart, because it's not like you won't get it, because they're stock. They're always stock, but it's always just annoying that you just can't pre-order it. That's always the problem with Walmart.
Yep. Walmart Blu-ray
It's the only-
sections are legitimately good though. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to really buy more stuff from there because there's a bunch of deals. Like
the only reason
felt
I
like-
don't want to buy from Walmart is, well, I have two reasons. One,
your Walmart.
my Walmarts are horrifying, guys. You don't. I could go in and out in 5 minutes and still have seen three things I don't want to see.
We mentioned the Joker shooting story. Well, let's say that's near Sound.
That wasn't even as like. The thing is, like, there was a beheading behind one of my Walmarts at one point.
Yeah.
All right, and they never
True,
found
that
the
is
head.
true.
They never found the head. They only found the body.
Well, but yeah.
That's why I want to pre-order it online, or order it online, and not have to go into the store. I really don't want to go to Walmart. Anyways, the other thing that was mentioned was, it was just mentioned in text, a One Piece Collection 3 and 4 bundle is also coming out in October. I hope they keep doing those because 9 needs reprinting badly, and
Yeah.
I would buy an official copy of 12. That would be nice.
Like
So.
if they're like $30 for 3 volumes of collections, I actually might bite, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, there's also a
Man.
Kaiju number 8 Season 1 Steelbook coming. So.
Which are probably cheaper than the
Crunchyroll store.
Crunchyroll one. Yep.
Yep. So yeah, I just
AG made their comment.
Walmart sold that. God, it probably wasn't inside job.
Let's see. Hellfire, just keep track in terms of One Piece bundles. Walmart did 1, 2, 35, 34, 35. Because I just imagine that they did like 1 to make this, but I feel like 34, 35 were just extra stock.
No, definitely overstock. They were like $30 a piece though for 2 sets, which is really, really good.
Yep.
Muteki says, "Is Kaiju number 8 anime heading to a final season?" No idea, because they won't tell us.
It's been like a long while since we heard that announcement. I'm like, what's going on over there? So
There's a lot of there seems to be a lot of things in the anime industry. Oh, that reminds me, I actually forgot to check. The Cyborg 009 anime aired yesterday in Japan. I don't know if yeah. Also, it's only I forgot to follow up on this on the show. It's only
anywhere.
It's only 3 episodes, and they dropped them all at once.
Wait, only a 3 episode.
It's a 3 episode. I'm like, why is that not just an OVA movie?
Is it? Where is it? Is
It was on. It was Prime Video in Japan, but it's nowhere here.
Oh, so it's. Right
I just
now,
checked because I was like, all right. It was on 6 Japanese streaming services plus Prime Video, and I went just checked Prime Video just now. It's not on it for here.
Wow, I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't understand why you would make a 3-episode show. I don't get it. Like, you just make a special at that point. You don't have weird Spider-Man licensing as a problem. Like,
that's so weird.
Also, like, the more I learned about that thing, the less I wanted to actually watch it. But I still want to watch it because I do like Cyborg 009. But yeah, it's funny too because like Cyborg 009 Nemesis is what it's called, and it has the same problem as the 2000s Lupin specials, where the classic characters look like the classic characters, and the new characters look like contemporary characters from the present day. Like, the guys they're fighting look like they were made in the 2020s, whereas the Cyborg 009 guys look like they were made in the 70s. But again, apparently we're not getting it. Or we are, and it's just not coming out here yet, because I went to check, and it's like... Wait, let me actually... Oh, let me do the Kamen Rider Black Sun thing. Let me go check under the katakana real quick. Because that happened. The first day Kamen Rider Black Sun was available, you couldn't find it under Kamen Rider Black Sun. You had to search it in katakana. Now, admittedly, they never did confirm we were getting it, but, you know, we usually get most of the anime things. So.
There was like zero, like, English marketing for it.
Yeah.
So, like...
If they just decided, never mind, I would understand, because we don't have that much of an audience over here for it. Because they keep bungling it every single time. The only Cyborg 009 that's on Prime Video is the 2000s anime.
Was it the one Discotek Safe, right?
Yeah, this one Discotek Safe. This one I deeply love. It's the best.
I need to watch that still, because Cyborg 09 has been like the series I need to Ishimori.
It's
the manga
really good.
print at all?
I don't know about its print status for the Blu-ray, but at least it's on Prime Video, so it's viewable.
No, the
manga?
I was talking about the manga.
Oh, yeah, no one's ever brought the manga over.
Ah, goddammit. 7 C's.
Right, Kels?
I know, right? They have the Go Ranger manga, but not the... I don't even think that was him who did it, right?
I mean, we have
but it wasn't Ishinomori's actual like art. He designed the characters, and then somebody else drew it.
I mean, we have a 7 season announcement.
Yeah,
in
we'll
our
get to
comic
that.
section.
But yeah, yeah. All right, let's talk comics. Epic Marvel Podcast and Near Mint Condition announced the Epic collections for April to June 2027. So let's take a look at what we got. So first of all, we got Young Avengers Monitor Opic collection.
Optic Blast.
Myopic.
Optic
Oh my
collection.
god, my brain is melting.
Nearsighted, you say?
I do need new glasses, and I have been waiting 9 months for an appointment. It's finally happening in September.
You did the biggest fumble in your compilation video.
Oh, everybody will know soon. All right, coming in April, Young Avengers Modern Epic Collection Volume 4, Style Over Substance. You know, Avengers Doomsday. Young Avengers issues 1 to 15, and Marvel Now .1, number 1. What's funny is I think this series just hit Omnibus not that long ago. But they're almost done with Young Avengers. I think there's only like one more run after this. So, yay. I just wish those were like not $50 for a tiny ass book.
Can you just say about all epics? Because that's why.
No, because at least the classic epics are still like close to 500 pages or over 500 pages. But most of the modern ones are like 350 pages.
Yeah, but finest are like over there.
I know. But they also print them in Canada. And that Marvel's, we're going to talk about Marvel a bit in a moment, but all right, next up, Deadpool Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 3, Evil Deadpool. That implies there's a good Deadpool?
Actually, no, I remembered it because I remember when I was getting into comics, I was just looking over like my trades again, and like Deadpool was like, I pick up a random Deadpool trade, and it actually had the story in it. It was a funny game. I remember how Deadpool tried to get a kid to like drive him somewhere, and he's like, "Do you ever play GTA? Can you ever play GTA?"
Oh my god, that's fun.
I remember that because the evil Deadpool was like all his like body parts had been like hack off and been like sewn together.
It's like Slow-Bo, but more insane.
Yeah. It's actually cool to see this again, honestly, because I remember that.
Actually, I was going to talk about the Supergirl 4K Blu-ray Steelbook when the date got announced, but I don't think the release date's announced yet. So, it sounds like it's actually fun then. I like that. All right.
Oh God, remember the point? Remember when comics used to do point issues?
Remember Marvel? Nobody else did that. Just Marvel and DC for 1 month.
I was like, didn't DC do that? Like,
DC did it for 1 month. Marvel did it for 2 years.
That was like Forever Evil, right?
Yeah, it was the villain month issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Miles Morales Spider-Man Modern Epic Collection Volume 5, Sinister 6 Reborn. They're cranking out the Miles books, and I think that's awesome.
Is that are we still in Bendis era, or are we in 616 Miles era now?
I'm not the one to know.
Chat, if you know which
era Miles. I'm not. I think it's 2016, so I think. Oh, this would have to be post Secret Wars, so it's not Bendis anymore.
So is this because when did the I'm always forgetting.
Secret Wars was 2015, so.
Yeah, let me double check.
It's also Spider-Man 2.
Men.
You mean lanterns? 2 men, 1 ring.
God.
I think I just made that into a porn parody, and I didn't mean to.
Oh no, it's not the Sam Amin run because his run was 2018.
Okay, so that's probably the one that leading a couple more volumes in. All right.
Yeah.
Next up, Ultimate Epic Collection. Oh wait, Ultimate X-Men Epic Collection Volume 3, Return of the King, with Ultimate War 1 to 4 and Ultimate X-Men 26 to 33. Don't ask me about Ultimate X-Men because I'll just say it's trash.
Come on, Peach Momoko did a fantastic job writing it.
Yes, I love Ultimate X-Men by Peach Momoko because that's how I refer to the new Ultimate titles, is by their creators because they had singular creator credits. So.
Yeah.
All right. That is a good question. Oh my god. Mario Man was like, where's Fellowship of the Ring and Two Towers? That's what they should have named the first two. Just to make that whole gag work. Fantastic Four Epic Collection Volume 14, Into the Negative Zone. Thank you very much, Marvel. I shall take that. It's another John Byrne volume, so we're getting the gap filled. There's 2 more, 15 and 16, and then we'll have 1 to 26.
They didn't announce a reprint yet for the ones you bought, right?
Not yet.
Or did they?
They didn't announce any reprints in these because Marvel didn't get them the reprint list yet. But Marvel did ask for the most wanted reprint list again, so that's encouraging. All right. New Avengers Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 5, Dark Reign. Getting close to the end of New Avengers. Right? Because Dark Reign leads into Dark Avengers. So this should be the last one of New Avengers?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. No Hellfire. Peach Momoko is in cover jail right now. She's only doing covers.
hey, she draws them damn good, at least.
She does, but I want her to do interiors again. Ghost Rider Danny Clutch. Danny Clutch. God dang it.
That's the other Ghost Rider standing with the clutch in his vehicle.
I want everybody to see the 82 degrees Fahrenheit that's in this room right now. This is not 54% humidity. I'm not going to survive the stream. All right. Okay. Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch, Epic Collection, Volume 3, Rise of the Midnight Suns. Thankfully, isn't a reskin of the Rise of the Midnight Suns paperback from years ago. Is Ghost Rider 25 to 31, Spirits of Vengeance 1 to 3, X-Men number 9, Morbius 1, Darkhold 1, and Night Stalkers 1. Plus, very happy to see Marvel Comics Presents 101 to 106. They have been skipping out on the Marvel Comics Presents stories on the previous epics. They're not super consequential, but I'm a completionist, so I wanted them. That's why I'm in the Omnis, because the Omnis have all the Marvel Comics Presents stories. This is good that they're including them here.
But those Omnis are out of print now, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, I think you can get both of them for the moment. Because they're Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider doesn't sell super well, so the stock holds a little bit longer than people
say that about Moon Knight, but look where we are now.
Moon Knight's way more popular than Ghost Rider. So
surprisingly.
All right, next up, Aliens Epic Collection, Original Marvel Years Volume 5, with all the things you see there. That's nice. All right, Star Wars Darth Vader Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 4, Fortress Vader, collecting Darth Vader 13 to 25, which would make it the same size as previous epics, but they decided to beef it out a little bit, which I appreciate, the learning. And they added the Obi-Wan and Anakin miniseries that Charles Soule also wrote that starred Anakin, so that actually is a really cool inclusion.
Fortress Vader is such a funny name.
It is. It's an actual place. That says castle on Mustafar. Fortress Vader.
Oh, I know. It's just called Darth Vader's Castle. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually called Fortress Vader. This is a very good series, but I still implore Marvel to actually put out era-specific omnibuses and epic collections or compendiums for Star Wars instead of just breaking it up by title. All right, that's it for May. Okay, moving on to June. We got Captain America Epic Collection 25, Twisted Tomorrows, continuing the 1998 Captain America series. That's cool. Steve and Sam look like they're in pain. Also, I'm realizing Sam is wearing his Avengers United They Stand Synergy costume.
I tried. There's even synergy for that show, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, Marvel's been synergizing since 1992.
Also, my God, they had that Bruce Timm body going on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. All right. Next up.
I love this cover.
Next up, we've got Marvel 2-in-1 Epic Collection Volume 5 Monster Man with Ghost Rider and Ben Grimm. I mean, it's basically just made for me.
Well, why do we have that toy of Ben with his fantastic cycle?
Stupid size sky cycle? Exactly. This is Marvel 2-in-1 75 to 87 and Marvel 2-in-1 Annual 5 to 6. They've been ramping these up. They took years off of putting this series, and they've been ramping them up to doing one a year. But now they got Volume 4 comes out in August, and Volume 5 comes out in May. That's pretty close together. I wonder if they're trying to get Volume... It says March, but that's a typo. That's a typo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that was the heat talking.
That was a Curtis typo, not a me typo. So, anyways, it's coming out in May, and I'm wondering if they're trying to accelerate this line because issue 99 is ROM. And I'm wondering if they're trying to get the last epic out while they still have the ROM license. Because that'd be cool. I'd like that. I also wish this series was better. Because in concept, The Thing teams up with a random hero sounds like a great comic, but I have been struggling with Volume 3 because they spend half their time recapping some D-list villain that appeared in one Avengers issue instead of telling a story. And it just pisses me off because I just want to read a story. I don't want knowledge of like a random D-list villain you're going to have for one issue. I want to see the team up.
What's wrong with learning about Psycho Pirate's story, Mr. Soundout?
I wish any of the villains that were in those were as good as Psycho Pirate.
I would make a joke with the Crisis movie, Soundout.
Oh God. The Crisis. Imagine that every single issue of the series. All right. Wolverine Epic Collection Volume 4, Escape from Weapon X, needs to be added to the list of evergreen Epic Collections. Because this contains...
The figure Hasbro will never make, because it's easier a safety
Yes.
disaster, or rubber spikes melting in hot flare disaster.
Yep. Oh, Blader is like, this recap is useless, I have a wiki. Exactly, but even at the time, like, these villains are not significant enough to be dedicating, like, 4 pages to recapping their history. Like, just tell me what their power is and let's move on. Anyways, Wolverine Epic Collection Volume 4 is now going to contain Marvel Comics Presents 72 to 84, the original Barry Windsor Smith Weapon X story. That's freaking phenomenal. It also contains Wolverine 45 to 50 and X-Men 4 to 7, the sequel storyline to the Weapon X storyline. And then you get Reign of Terror in there, which is pretty cool. It's got Wolfsbane in it. But this is like the Kraven's Last Hunt of the Wolverine Epic Collection line. It's like, how is all that in one? That's amazing. So I hope they keep this one around, because this is like... This is what the kids would call peak.
They won't.
I know they won't. I'm just saying they should. I want to make a video that's going to be very antagonistic towards Marvel's reprint department, being like, these 10 epics should be in print at all times. But, they don't actually listen to me. Anyways, Ultimate Fantastic Four Epic Collection Volume 3 with 33 to 46 of Ultimate X-Men, or Ultimate Fantastic Four, which means there's one more volume to go before finishing that series. Annihilation Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 4 Conquest, which contains the rest of Annihilation Conquest, and just like with Volume 3 having the first part of Annihilation Conquest, they included the Nova issues, which makes me want a Nova Epic Collection as opposed to just rebuying Conquest again to have Nova issues.
Please, no, I want Sam's books to be reprinted so bad, man.
Look, the only upside to MCU doing a Nova movie and putting it in development means that we might actually get Nova reprints.
That Alex is like one of my favorite characters from Marvel now. I'm mad. Like, these comics are so hard to get.
Yep. It's funny because it's not even like Marvel's being racist and like being mad to Latino Nova. White guy Nova also gets no reprints.
Yep.
Like, neither of their series get reprinted. Like, neither of them have epics. Neither of them have omnis. Neither of them have Masterworks. They got nothing. They just got trades. And so I'm tempted to buy the Annihilation Conquest epics just to get the first 9 of the first 12 Nova issues. But I'm kind of holding out because I'm like, I know they'll double dip into a Nova epic collection if they make a movie. And so even if my least favorite MCU writer of all time is attached to that movie, if it gets me Nova comics reprinted, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's like, I'll use you. You're just a platform for me.
Yep. All right. Big news out of Marvel this week was that Marvel has announced they're leaving New York City and they're moving to Los Angeles as part of their major overhaul. That part doesn't surprise me too much because we heard a little while ago that Brad Winderbaum of Marvel TV was going to be taking over the comics division and the games division, and those offices are in Los Angeles. It makes sense to have everything under one roof.
I don't think you can do the Elf buddy from Elf thing and just walk from LA to New York.
Now, unfortunately, this means a lot of people that work in Marvel's New York offices are going to go, bye, Marvel, because they're not going to want to move, which is definitely... who's my least favorite MCU writer? Michael Waldron. And it's not for necessarily the work he did, but the way he talks makes me go, oh, you don't get it at all. But anyways... so this is just like, LPH brought up, this is just like DC did in 2015. It's to align the business models together. It makes sense from that perspective. It's a bummer because Marvel's New York office is historic. Jack Kirby threatened to beat up a Nazi in that building, and I feel like it should be preserved for that reason alone and kept as a museum, but New York rent prices say no, so obviously someone else is going to buy that building.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah. Mario Man says better brace for another round of layoffs. It won't be layoffs, it'll be people quitting. That's what it is. They already did their layoffs. This is going to be people quitting. Now, the big news as part of this is that they're switching editors-in-chief. CB Cebulski. I hate Hollywood Reporter and trying to highlight things. There we go. CB Cebulski, who has been editor-in-chief since 2017, is no longer going to be the Marvel editor-in-chief. I think that Cebulski did some good stuff. He was really good at getting international artists on board with Marvel, but he also did some bad stuff. We had a bunch of stuff happen in his tenure that's like, felt like he was asleep at the wheel. We don't exactly know what an editor-in-chief does at a comic company, to be honest, except when they tell us, and they don't tell us that often. But Cebulski is actually still going to be part of Marvel, but this I found interesting because we just heard how the Marvel Shueisha deal is ending, and Cebulski will still remain part of the Marvel family. However, he will be moving to Japan to spearhead the company's push into manga, among other things, as an editor for Asia Originals. Marvel's not partnered with Shueisha because they're going to be doing it themselves.
You heard that they got the manga of Fairy Tail to do the Fighting Avengers story mode art?
Yes.
That is when I heard that, when I saw that Hiro Mushima's meme on that tweet, I'm like, what?
Yep.
I was like, huh? What?
I will say, too, I'm very happy for CB Cebulski. He can move to Japan and be all the Akira Yoshida he wants to be, because that guy has a weird little history, which is that he was an editor at Marvel. He wanted to write comics. The rule at Marvel is that editors couldn't write comics, so he created a pseudonym, Akira Yoshida, and started writing Marvel Mangaverse titles.
His last name just sounds like a goon name to me. Like it's like Cebulski, help me Batman to stop Batman.
Cebulski seems to be like the ultra weeaboo, so yeah, send him to Japan, do manga stuff. He's going to have a great time, I think. I think that's just him. He's going to be in his element at this point, right?
I mean, we are getting that new Mangaverse, like, one shot? Or no, it's like
5-issue miniseries, weekly miniseries, yeah.
Miniseries, yeah.
Yeah, but who is going to be taking his place? Well, a guy with a similarly funny name. Where is it at? I'm going to highlight it. Oh, come on, Hollywood Reporter. Stop being a dick. All right, well, Hollywood Reporter is going to be a dick, so let's talk about Stephen Wacker. So Wacker...
Oh God, Stephen Wacker. I haven't heard his name in years.
Yes, he used to be a big editor at Marvel, and he left to go work in TV, and he's now the new editor-in-chief, which I think is great. I think he oversaw things like Matt Fraction, David Aja's Hawkeye. He oversaw a pretty good Arrow Spider-Man. I think he's a great choice. He's got a mini scandal going on, though, but we'll see how that resolves. There was a writer at DC who said that he misunderstood some signals and may have gotten a little too handsy in the office. It wasn't a power dynamic thing because he wasn't her boss. And apparently she says that, it's not like something criminal charge worthy. But he probably, hopefully, has reached out and apologized to her by now because it's a little weird. It's not full on guys should never work again, but it was a little weird and maybe just a misunderstanding. But
so not a John Lasseter.
Not a John Lasseter. No, more like a guy caught the wrong signal and decided that the office was the place to try it. So, anyways, that's pretty much Stephen Wacker. Otherwise, he's a great editor, and I'm hoping he does good stuff. I think the moving out in New York is a bummer, and we're going to lose some people for that. But Marvel has needed an editorial and leadership shakeup for so long now that I will literally take anything different just to see if it's going to work. Any other thoughts?
Hopefully we get some good shakeup. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping it works out in the positive. Now they did say in this article they talked about Marvel working with Marvel Studios, Marvel Comics working with Marvel Studios better. And they cited the X-Men 97 Season 2 comic was worked on in conjunction with the production team on the show, and that they want to do more stuff like that. And I agree that was actually a net positive, because compared to the Season 1 tie-in comic that basically seemed like it was written off of somebody reading a script for the first episode, the Season 2 tie-in comics, both the print one and the Marvel Unlimited digital one, are like very super tied into continuity and filling in gaps the show's not going to touch. And I think that'd be really cool to see more of that.
Isn't 90s cartoon Doc Ock in an issue of one of those?
Maybe. I don't know if I saw that. But they do things in those comics, like they address the identity of Mother Ascani and explained it in a comic, and I'm like, that's how you do it. So you don't bog down your show with it. So Anyways, I'm hoping this all results in a good positive thing for Marvel, because I think a leadership, we got a massive leadership shake up at DC before we're in like one of their best periods since the 80s, so it helps. It helps. All right.
I mean, yeah, they really need to make this. Like, I'm a Marvel comic I'm reading right now, just Iron Man, most people Joshua Williams, and Fantastic Four right now.
I'm only reading Fantastic Four. I think now that Ultimate ended, I think that's the only book I'm reading is Fantastic Four. And X-Men 97. But that's a miniseries. I think that's it. Holy cow. I can't... Alright, I'm going to look this up while you talk about Sam Alexander getting a Hispanic Latino Heritage Month one-shot.
I'm the agent. You're this. You're the
You
Hispanic
love the
one.
character, so speak.
I do. Yeah, he's only getting a one-shot. It's one shot.
Yes.
It's like, I'm happy Sam's back. He's one of my favorite characters. But it's when I saw, like, in one of the cases, I saw Sam's coming back. I saw the article, Sam Nova coming back. I'm like, oh. Then I read it. I saw it was a one shot. I'm like, damn it. But it's being written by Josh Toro. I always feel like I'm
Trujillo, yeah.
Yeah, who wrote Blue Beetle, and he's one of my favorite writers. So like, that's great. I really wish Marvel stopped doing these dangle the key in your front of your faces one shots. Marvel Voices one shots, because it's getting literally annoying at this point now. Where it's like, this character is not appear in years, come back just to check the pretty much check mark the we celebrate this cultural month theme.
It's funny too, because they left him out of Kamala Khan's funeral and everything just to not use him for anything, and then just suddenly, yep, he's in a one shot. It's like, okay.
I'm glad he's back. I'm probably am gonna pick this one up just because I need something from the character. But it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like, Marvel, please. I would have said I will take a miniseries. You like doing miniseries,
right? Here's what I'm reading at Marvel currently: Fantastic Four, Jeff the Landshark Superstar.
That's like a miniseries.
That's a miniseries. Right? Mark Spector Moon Knight I'm actually picking up in singles because Ghost Rider is going to be part of it. Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. So.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Marvel Tokon First Strike. That's a one shot. I am going to do Midnight Fantastic Four. I decided is Fantastic Four though, so that's related. Predator versus the Planet of the Apes. That's not even Marvel proper. That's licensed.
It's monkeys.
The Rocket Raccoon Rocket Rewind one shot. The Muppets Take on the Marvel Universe one shot.
And that's Muppets.
And oh yeah, I guess Ultimate Impact Reborn's still happening. I don't care about that comic. Oh my god, it's so bad.
I haven't even read. I just have in my pull box that I asked for all the Ultimate stuff, and I just got it, but I haven't touched it yet. It's like, is that even really about?
It's nothing. It's about nothing. It's not about the Ultimate Universe. It's in the main universe, not the Ultimate Universe, and it's just about nothing. It's a comic about nothing. It drives me insane.
Why is it even really called Ultimate?
Because they brought the boxes from the Ultimate Universe that didn't get used, and then gave them to people in the main universe.
Oh, so instead of actually continuing that universe.
They were like, look, a new Wonder Man. I'm like, ooh, a new Wonder Man. Well, we just didn't put him in issue 2 because we didn't feel like it. It was the second issue was just a Punisher comic. It had nothing to do with anything else. That was so weird. Marvel needs to fix their shit. All right.
Ryan North's Flash is fantastic.
I read the first 3 issues of that this weekend, and I thought it was amazing.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I love it.
It is so fun. I need to I'm going to read Supergirl because you've been posting panels from it, and I'm like, I need to read that.
It's fun. It's really fun.
I need to catch up on Poison Ivy first. So that Batman event is imminent.
I'm debating, like, do I really delve deep into Bat Family stuff? Because I'm deep into Superman Family now.
Yeah.
So like, I really want to. I don't think I want to deep into Bat Family yet, or just stick with the main book.
Yep. Mr. Dugan says, recommend Generation X23, but only when the trade comes out. The lead artist died and sales are low, so there's no rush. Yeah, I was going to check that out when it was finished, because I love Laura. I can't even read current main Wolverine, though, because, like, X-Men comics are so freaking awful right now. I can't stand it. All right. We got variant covers for the Midnight Universe, and these actually give us some better looks at characters like Midnight Spider-Man.
Shocker Spider-Man.
He should see a dermatologist.
Yeah. I do give credit. They actually are going a little bit more further with the horror theme with the
Yeah.
Midnight Universe.
And then we also got this one, which is kind of creepy, and then we got a Peach Momoko drawing Black Cat, who I didn't realize was going to be in this comic.
Damn it! No,
You say Peach Momoko, Black Cat, I'm in.
Yeah.
Don't drink those keys in front of me, Marvel. I'm tired of you doing that to me.
Where's Peach Momoko's art book? All the other, like Russell Dodderman got one. Why not Peach Momoko?
Why hasn't? Yeah.
Can Peach work with DC? Also,
Please.
she draw her DC art. She done for all the Marvel.
Oh, imagine
Marvel
a Birds of Prey or something like that.
Spirit World. Alyssa Wong, Peach
Spirit
Momoko, Spirit World sequel.
Oh, I'd love it. All right, we got this cover for Midnight Fantastic Four, which, as I've said, is just the Fantastic Four, but Ben's gray and Reed's using his R1 move and Rivals. But we got another cover where Reed is turned into Clayface.
Or the Blob. Ultimate Blob.
Yeah. And then we got another one where... honestly, disgusting.
He's going through hell.
What the hell?
It's one of those things where it's like, maybe it's going to look too far with the body horror here. And such.
Stegman for you. J Pocket says she's doing art for the Gundam card game. She might actually break containment soon. She's also done art for the One Piece card game. I have a couple cards of hers, yeah. All right, then we got Cyclops from the X-Men. He's got a beard.
He just looks like Frank Likely Cyclops with a beard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then we got this one, which is like Storm over the Mansion.
Oh, that's a reference to either Haunted Mansion or Ghost Ship. One of those two movies.
That's definitely a thing. And then here's Gambit. It just looks like normal Gambit with a little blood on his face.
Yeah.
I think that's my problem with Midnight X-Men is it just, compared to the others, it just doesn't seem like anything that wouldn't normally go on in a normal X-Men comic.
I think that's the thing, because it's all about vampires. They have already done that before.
Yes, in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even recent.
So, I would say with Midnight Spider-Man, you take away the bi-horror spider on his chest, he kind of looks like a pro wrestler.
He does.
Can we talk about the cooler Ultra Universe now?
Josh, you got any final thoughts on these?
Nah, I just thought it just seems unnecessary. Like
Fright Night, that's the movie. Fright Night is, yeah.
Okay.
What is Nightcrawler wearing?
Priest
robes, because he's a priest in this universe, but she's also a priest in the main universe. So that's not different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not enough of a change.
Yeah. All right.
Not weird enough for X-Men.
It's not like Absolute Green Arrow, where he's a serial killer monster who goes after rich people. And it's been extended to 12 issues.
12 issues.
You're welcome, everybody. I bought it in physical, and look what happened.
Have you read up to issue 3?
Yep, I'm buying it monthly now.
Oh, man.
I bought issue 1 and 2 because I was like, I really want to read this. And then I picked up issue 3, and I just told him to put it on the pull list. I was like, this is too good.
It's so good. I mean, we literally can't see anything because it's all it will be spoilers.
Yes.
But like holy crap! There's some things
I'm currently debating: is Absolute Wonder Woman my favorite Absolute title, or is it Absolute Green Arrow?
That's tough because I just finally read Absolute Wonder Woman, the trade. God, that's so good. Oh my god, I love that first arc.
I gotta tell you, what's my least favorite one right now? I hate to say it, it's Catwoman.
Oh really?
And the reason why is because that I have not read the second issue, but the first issue, I read it, and I was like, well, I understand what they're doing here. If someone never read a Catwoman comic before and they'd only read Absolute Batman, would this book make any kind of impact? Because that book, I can say it because they announced a one-shot. That book's last page reveal is, it's Cassandra Cain. To a new reader, that means absolutely nothing. And they don't give you any context in the book. The other Absolute books are incredibly new reader friendly, but like the Absolute Catwoman one starts with like a traditional looking Catwoman, and then Absolute Catwoman kills her and takes over the heist. And I'm like, what effect does that have for a new reader? Like that's only something that like works. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that weirds me out about that book. It doesn't feel in line with the others.
Also, I didn't know Hawkman appeared in Superman. Why does he look so damn cool? Oh, absolute Hawkman.
Yeah. You should also read the Absolute Evil one shot.
I need. Where does it take place? Because again, I mean, all the
before Hawkman shows up in Absolute Superman.
Because do I need to read that? Because I'm reading. So, because I read Batman, and he read the second trade. I went one of my
Absolute Evil has had more impact on Superman than any of the others.
Okay, so, I enjoyed Absolute Flash. I think my only problem is just pacing, but overall, I'm intrigued to read more because I think that
that's my third favorite. Absolute Flash. I really like it.
Yeah, it's a bit slow, but like I think like the mystery and story and character of like Wally's character and Grodd, like I was like really engrossed in. So it's like it made me want to go like I want to read more.
Yeah,
I kind of really wish that new Jeff Lemire's Firestorm was also Absolute Universe. I think my main problem with that book, at least from the first issue I read, is this is a cool idea. I just don't like main Earth.
I bailed in the middle of the third issue because I was like, if this was an alternate universe, this would be great, but it's main universe and I hate it.
Yeah, because I really love like that original Firestorm debut series. It holds up to this day. I really love that original.
We need a Firestorm compendium or a Finest or an omnibus.
I know, man.
Why does he have no collections?
I will pick that up right away. Yeah. That original for just reading 5 issues, because I think the book got. I forget, did it get canceled or did it because of Crisis? They had to cancel the book.
It canceled because of Crisis and then it relaunched. Yeah.
Yes,
because he had like a 50-issue run after that.
Yeah, that original 5 issues was like because I just read it because I like I like Firestorm and just the acting. Let me read more of the character, and like I was surprised how like well written Roddy is.
I feel like Firestorm has not been as good as that first series.
Yeah, I know, because like every other version of Roddy, they play off the jock side, even though like the whole purpose of his character is, I'm not dumb.
Oh my god, I forgot. Fury of Firestorm's way longer. Okay, so Firestorm Volume 1 was the 5-issue miniseries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fury of Firestorm was 68 issues, which continued the numbering into Firestorm the Nuclear Man, which ran 29 issues. Then there was Firestorm in the 90s, which was 8 issues, getting him up to issue 100. And then there was the Firestorm from the 2000s that lasted 22 issues. Firestorm the Nuclear Man from the 1 year later period that brought the series up to 35. And then Firestorm and the Nuclear Men, which was in the New 52, which was 20 issues. But there is that original Firestorm run, if you include all of it, that's like 100. That's like 3 Omnis. It's like 2 to 3 Omnis. Where are those?
Yeah, I want to die on Finest, especially.
Yeah, I think what they should do is what they're doing with Swamp Thing, where they put it out in Omni and Finest at the same time. I think that'd be great. Like, I think that should be like here, if you want, you get the Omni, and the Omni's on that Bronze Age paper, right? The matte paper stuff like Warlord. Yeah. And then you put the Finest out on the normal paper at the same time, like hot seller right there. I would buy the Omni and you'd buy the Finest. It'd be great.
Yeah. It's like back to Absolute Universe. Like but like Absolute Green Arrow, like man, like the subject matter they go in that book is I'm so shocked they go that far. And actually, like, go depth.
I do love that his first villain is technically Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. They're always like, "Oh, that guy in his evil island," and I'm like, "I love it, I love it, and I want more of it."
I mean, also Diana just terrorized wonderfully.
Yes, Diana's so good in that. Like,
why is poor Diana? They get written so good in these two in the Absolute Universe. You know, Tom King touched both.
Yep. Also, Absolute Roy Harper, phenomenal character. Phenomenal.
He's a bastard, but I like him.
I like it. It's everything they were trying to do with him in New 52, except good. Also, yes, hopefully Absolute Aquaman, I think, is one of the things that's coming up. It's probably going to be at SDCC.
I'm really curious what they're going to do for Arthur in that case, then.
I love Absolute stuff. At first, I was like, because I'm an old person, but like it has developed because they've been allowed to cook. I'm like, I'm all in on all of them. I don't even like Absolute Green Lantern, but I don't want to miss anything.
It's so funny because I was rewatching our DC Anime tier list stream, and you're like, "Oh, I don't like the Absolute Universe," or "I'm not looking for the Absolute Universe." And meanwhile, years later, it's saving the comic book.
Yeah, I had no idea at the time. I was just like, "All right, I guess here we go." And then like But then, and even the first arcs of Absolute, first arc of Absolute Batman did not impress me that much. First arc of Absolute Wonder Woman got me going, this is the one good book. It's when they started doing Flash, and they started doing Martian Manhunter, and they started doing, and then also it's because everything's been given a runway, and they're actually able to develop these characters. Like, it's really working. Because Marvel could never do anything like that, because they keep cutting everything short.
They keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so funny reading DCKO, because it reminds me of, oh yeah, right, the Absolute Universe was made because of Darkseid and everything like that. But none of the Absolute books have come back to that, because they've just been focusing on telling their own stories.
And I think that's incredibly effective, and that's how comics used to be, and that's how comics should be. Every book should work self-contained and have the little things that connect them, but not you have to read everything. You should be able to just read one title. Yeah.
I'm glad. I feel like DC thankfully has been a lot. I feel like All In is been the
right after their big editorial shakeup.
Yeah. Wait, was that after? Was All In after?
All In was the first thing they did with their new editor-in-chief, because Jim Lee's he's publisher, but he's not the editor-in-chief. There's there's a woman that came in to be editor-in-chief. And there's the big editorial shakeup was All In came from the editorial shakeup.
Damn, because I feel like the All In era has been really hot.
Really,
I think because I feel like the only legitimate bad book is Wonder Woman, honestly. Just released from.
No, there's some books I don't like, but everything's been really good. I'm looking at review scores and stuff. Wonder Woman's the only stinker.
Yeah, because there's books where I read I think Jeff Lemire's Firestorm. I think it looked good. It just
as a comic, it's great. I just don't want it.
Yeah, I'm saying with I tried reading the Dead Man, and
I was the same way with Dead Man. It was probably bad that I read my Dead Man omnibus in 1 weekend, and then went straight into this new one, and I was like, well, that's a completely different character.
I'm not familiar with Dead Man. I was reading this is it's not bad at all. I just couldn't get into it and stuff. But I won't call that a bad comic. I just couldn't get into it with that one and such. Hellfire. Back then, Ultimate Universe was chugging pretty well. And Absolute Universe felt like an edgier attempt to counter that when it launched, but now it outlasted that. Yep.
Also, Mr. Nuclear raised a great point. No one will remember Absolute Flash in issue 7. Instead, now it's a top 5 for a lot of folks. Books need time to cook. That's how it works.
Absolute Green Arrow was I think the top of the charts.
Look, Marvel needed to switch up their editorial when Absolute Green Arrow outsold every Marvel comic. Every Marvel comic was beat by Absolute Green Arrow, the guy that can't hold down an ongoing for longer than 30 issues.
You say that, but that's still good in modern comic times.
Even if the thing is, he's not big enough to be beating out the entire Marvel company, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I think it was Absolute Green Arrow, and then I think Battle Beast was in the top. I forget. I think there was one Marvel title in the top. I think
Amazing Spider-Man.
It's Amazing Spider-Man and X-Men were
and Daredevil. Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil's Marvel's secret hit right now. So
yeah, because it shows you that no matter how the quality of the era it is, those two will be. Oh, here we go. Have the number 1's Green Arrow, Absolute Green Arrow. The number 1's Green Arrow. Number 2 is Avengers Armageddon. Then number 3 is Battle Beast. Number 4 is Captain America. 5 is Absolute Flash. Number 6 is Dungeon Crawler Carl, which that's a big IP, I'm assuming, because I always keep seeing that.
Yeah, it was novels and stuff, and then that's comics.
7 was X-Men. 8 was the Punisher and versus Spider-Man one-shot. 9 was Lobo. That's cool to see. Mm-hmm. And 10 was Dark Knight of Steel 2.
Hellfire says, how many Marvel comics last more than 25 issues in the past 5 years? 2 or 3.
I think it's
because even if you have a successful run like Moon Knight, they just relaunch it after 20-something issues.
That's my biggest annoying. Because that's what I like about DC. That one thing I like about DC is even when they only make it number 1 when it's a full fresh start, like Batman for example, like that. But Ryan North took over for Flash, but they didn't go back to Flash number 1. They just continue where the last writer left off.
Yep.
Off and such
Oh, Fire Fury. Sorry, I just saw this. I did not mention this. So will we get an off-the-cuff review of Gavin Infinity? I haven't seen the last 2 episodes. I wanted to save and watch the last 2 together. I haven't seen them yet. I will try to fit it into the schedule at some point, but it's kind of just going to be hectic the next couple weeks. I've enjoyed it so far. The last arcs felt rushed. I still haven't seen the finale yet, but that's my general thoughts. Is it's a decent start to a new franchise, but that's all I got. All right.
I think like what X-Men, Spider-Man, and Avengers. Even Avengers just ended, didn't it?
Avengers just ended, yeah, like 38.
Yeah, so right now it's X-Men and Spider-Man because they're just the two big
Miles was the longest running Marvel ongoing for a bit, but then it ended. So.
Yeah, then it ended.
Yep. All right, let's talk about Thundercats. Speaking of ending at 25 issues and then relaunching.
Oh god, this annoys me because when I saw because I think they have the art style is very different, which I like the art style, but like I had to go, is this a reboot or is it continuing because they keep
So this is okay. So Thundercats ran 25 issues, then they start the Thundercats and Silverhawks crossover, which is a 15-part thing. It's about to wrap up, and then following that, Thundercats is relaunching with Thundercats #1, where everybody gets redesigned.
I guess this is the case where it's like
because there's Copper Kids on the team, I guess, and Hot Wings here. So
I guess it's the case where like it probably makes sense to be a fresh start member.
Yeah, it does because they've been every plot line that both the Thundercats and Silverhawks comics are converging into this crossover, and so coming out of it, it looks like what we're doing is like that kind of late IDW thing they did where they put G.I. Joe characters in the Transformer book and Transformer characters in the G.I. Joe book. It seems like they're doing that. Because there's Hot Wing and Copper Kid, because it seems like so, and then there's Mum-Ra looming in the background, and he's been a big part of the crossover. So it does feel like it is a good time to do a relaunch, and I'm glad to see the design change because I didn't like the previous designs.
I was say I really like the design. They're kind of mix of they have a mix of 80s, mix of 2011, mix of their own designs. I like the designs a lot.
And it's also interesting. The cover lineup is Lion-O, Panthro, Tigra, Pumaira, Snarf, Hot Wing, Copper Kid, and I think that's one of the new Thundercats, Lost Thundercats in the cloak, but I don't know. That might be a new character too.
Because they're working on this is Greg Pak. He's working on
Greg Pak writing this makes me so excited. Regardless of everything else, Greg Pak writing this makes me excited because Greg Pak rarely misses. Rarely.
And the art is done by David Consen. Who's in art.
I don't want to read the description on this because I don't want to get spoiled to the end of the crossover because I'm reading it actively. But Jorge's card says, is it worth jumping in it now? Yeah, I think maybe after the crossover might be a good place to jump in. Depends how continuity heavy it is, but considering it's not Declan Shavley or Ed Brisson writing it, I'm going to say this is going to be a nice fresh jumping on point.
You're my Thundercats reference guy, so if you say it's good, I'll probably pick it up then.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I've been kind of mixed on Declan Shalvey's Thundercats stuff, but Ed Brisson's Thundercats and Silverhawks stuff has been amazing, and Greg Pak rarely misses. So I'm thinking, based on what I can see, without reading the description, because I don't want to spoil the crossover for myself, this should be a good new jumping on point. And unlike the previous comic, which started with what I swear was a shot-for-shot remake of the first episode, this looks like something completely brand new, and I'm really into that.
Speaking of Dynamite, any thoughts on Dynamite Ben 10 3 issues in so far? How are you feeling about it? I'm okay. It's nothing bad. Nothing's bad for me.
If Dynamite Ben 10 got canceled tomorrow, I wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah, because I'm enjoying it, but I'm really hoping after we finish the introduction arc of Ben getting the Omnitrix, we get something new. Because I think I'm having that problem you had with Thundercats.
It's just it's the thing of I've seen it before. Even though they make some changes like they did with Thundercats, it's just I've seen this before. Give me something new. I'm not, there's some people that are buying Ben 10 and Thundercats that have never experienced it before, but the majority of people, it's why you're using existing IP, have seen this thing before. You don't need to rehash it so much.
How far, do you think better way for Ben 10 to trade? I would say yes if Dynamite's trades.
If Dynamite's trades weren't a complete frickin' train wreck, I'd say yes. But I'm currently sitting on 7 Thundercats Silverhawks trades that were supposed to have come out in February, and I've got orders open still. And every time it gets to release date, Thundercats Lost Volume 1 was supposed to be today. Delayed.
Yeah, that's why, that's why, I was going to pick up Ben 10 and singles anyways because I want to support the book, but because of Dynamite's track record, I knew, okay, well, let me pick this series up.
Yeah.
Singles.
If you want to read a Dynamite book, you're going to have to pick it up in singles, either physical or digital. I can't say wait for the trade because you might be waiting 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
We don't
And,
have in terms of Thundercats, we have the first 10 issues, and we're on the relaunch following issue 25 and a 15-part crossover. And the first 10 issues, those two trades are out of print.
I think that's the issue with Dynamite, because clearly, Thundercats, especially Ben 10, I hear sold damn well, really damn well for them. They better get their asses on track on those stuff, because there's gonna be people that only read trades, and especially for Ben, there's gonna be a lot of Ben fans. I already see a bunch of Ben fans want to read and trade because they don't have a comic store near them.
I'm hoping, because Ben 10 is a series that started after Diamond closed, because I know that was part of the problem with some of Dynamite's trades were sitting in a Diamond warehouse and they couldn't get them. And so the thing is, obviously you can't release Thundercats Volume 4 before Volume 3 if 3's sitting in a warehouse, right? So I'm hoping Ben 10, because it started after that whole mess, just goes straight to trade like it should be. I'm hoping there's no big delay. Yeah.
Mrs. Cookie, Mrs. Shout out, and they get way to Diamond restarting the Case Ghost member once a year. God, that's annoying.
And then they just got a finale to the second year of Space Ghost, and we haven't heard if there's going to be a third year. It might be over.
No!
Sorry, it's not over. I just remembered. It's not over. They're doing a crossover with Herculoids.
Better not remember Ben 10 because I feel like the only way you're gonna remember Ben 10 if they do Alien Force time skip thing. That's when you should probably remember it, but it better not go to issue 1 after a year later, because that's gonna confuse so many people.
I hate that.
Yep. I'm so sick of the renumbering.
One,
because I know Dynamite.
It's not issue 1.
Yeah, you can't read Dynamite Space Ghost Volume 2 issue 1. No, it's issue 14. It doesn't read on its own, and that's what they love the number ones, because they can sell more variant covers on a number 1 than anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
what are we back in the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny because you talk about this in the Absolute Crisis video when Marv Wolfman talking about where it's not number 1s that people care about. It's fresh starts people care about.
Yeah,
care about.
Because he was saying, in the 1970s, you couldn't get a new series greenlit. That's why they would always change the title, right? They changed Detective Comics into Batman Family. They changed Superboy into Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. They would change the title but keep the numbering, because the numbering said, this is a good comic that's lasted a long time. That's the one I should invest in. Whereas in issue 1, people were like, well, I don't know if it's good or not. And that's the thing. So I think it's the comic industry needs to look at its history to find its path forward, because
and definitely DC. I mean, DC it's weird because they probably have done it, but I feel like DC's pretty good at not doing that.
Ever since the new editorial came in, they have put in policies to say we got to let things cook. Green Arrow got to issue 31 because sales were good. They bumped it to 12. Sales were good. They bumped it to an ongoing. And then sales were slumping, but they were like, all right, we're going to switch writers. Let's see if that boosts it. And then sales didn't pick up, and they're like, sorry, we got to cancel it. They gave it a good shot. Whereas Marvel's like, you didn't get enough issue 1 pre-orders? You're canned. Only 5 issues.
I mean, what's nice about it is they didn't abandon Ollie and Diane. Weren't they in Detective
They put them in
Comics,
Detective
right?
Comics, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, is I think that's what you're supposed to do as a comic publisher. That's what they did all the time in the 70s and the 80s. That's what you should do. If it didn't work here, move them somewhere else. See if it works there. But anyways, to wrap this up, Thundercats looks pretty damn. I'm very excited about Greg Pak Thundercats.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, the crossover that I got distracted halfway through looking at the image. Sorry. They're calling it the gooniest crossover of all time. It's Vampirella cross Darkstalkers.
Right.
The Goon Squad.
Guys, I am not immune to opening a tab, seeing 2 very nice pairs of breasts at a top-down angle, and being able to put coherent thoughts together.
Hold on, I didn't get a specific image.
Dynamite doing this, it makes all the sense in the world, because this is I also love evil gremlin BB Hood.
I mean, you mean BB Hood, right?
Yes, but even more gremlin.
I found it. There we go. Wouldn't change yet.
Yes, this is why it's going to be the best-selling comic of 2026, right? I don't read Vampirella. I don't know the story and lore of Vampirella, okay? I have read Lady Death, which is in the very such the same vein as Vampirella, and Lady Death does have plot and lore and characters, which is very interesting.
Doesn't your father like Vampirella?
Yeah, my dad does some Vampirella. He's more of a Lady Death. Yeah, Lady Death's his thing. That's why we have the Lady Death omnibus, because he bought it. And I was like, I want to read it. And I was like, what's the plot of Lady Death? There was plot between the boobs. Anyways, I do like this cover where it's Vampirella, Morrigan, and Felicia just looking feral as hell. Anyways,
that's pretty cool.
I like this one too. It's a Michael Linzer cover that's very classic Vampirella looking of her and Morrigan. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest, guys. I might end up buying multiple copies of every one of these issues.
If you don't know, Vampirella is like
I'm surprised to sell Bingus cover, honestly.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jerry?
It's like she has lore, like, you know, she's an alien and this and that. And
yeah.
Planet vampires.
She's an alien?
If I remember right.
That's cool, though. I actually like that. She's the daughter of Draculon. Okay, that does sound like an alien. This is gonna sell like hotcakes. It's funny. Most of the articles about the covers, because that's kind of
the planet is also called Draculon.
It's Vampirella Morgan.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be written by Tim Seeley with artwork by Drax Gal, who's a blend of manga-inspired visuals and Western comic storytelling that'll make him a natural fit.
I was not thinking Tim Seeley.
Tim Seeley's the guy you get. You're like, I got a crossover. I don't really need it to be like revolutionary because the covers and the concept are going to sell it. Do you want to write us out a quick 5-issue plot? And Tim Seeley's like, yeah, sure. Here you go. Like, it's kind of his thing. He did the Ninja Turtles He-Man crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's good. There's also going to be a mystery blind bag edition, but the blind bags are only going to be variant covers. Not anything else. So, there's that. I did see there was a DCKO game, but it was a mobile game, so I said, nah.
See, that's the only thing I just want to like grab someone at WB Games, like, please give us a console game, please.
Weirdly, this doesn't say if this is a miniseries or a one-shot.
It's probably a one-shot.
It's probably a one-shot, but yeah. There's supposed to be a new Darkstalkers hardcover out tomorrow, and we'll see if it happened. Because Udon also likes to delay things last minute. All right, don't
remind me. I'm still have scars of the delays of all the Mega Man timeline issues.
Yep, those got delayed so much that I did they all come out because there's supposed to be a hardcover coming out.
Yes, thankfully they did all come out by the end of last year. Thank God.
Yeah. I saw that there was a tease for Archie Mega Man like continuing, but I wanted to wait till Comic-Con.
Yeah. I waited until we get the figure out, but like that's probably that's what it is.
Hey, they're doing the smart thing, unlike Dynamite, and reprinting the old stuff first.
Mm-hmm. Just certain Blue Rat because of legal.
I'd love it if they did it like IDW first printing a G1 Transformers. They just silhouette them out.
Silhouette all the Sonic characters out.
Do it, Udon. Sega ain't gonna sue you. Ultraman by Kazuo Umez, the classic manga collection, has been announced by Seven Seas Entertainment to be released July 2027.
I ain't saying that Seven Seas is the first company to ever like publish all three big toku in their own because they did the Goat Ranger manga, then they did the original Kamen Rider Uchi Mori manga, and now they're doing the original Ultraman manga. I do find it funny they go celebrate 60 years of the iconic hero, and it's coming out 1 year after the anniversary. Shush. But cool, I'm excited about that. All right, let's touch in our pre-Comic-Con toy news, which isn't much. It's just kind of a little bit Oh no, not the next one. I got mixed feelings in the next announcement. You have mixed feelings. Oh, that's good, because I don't have feelings. But no, we got a little Comic-Con news, pre-Comic-Con news. Let's start with the big one. Oh, no, it's not that big. I don't know. I mean, it is big. It is pretty big. Hasbro has the license to produce toys based on the Legend of Zelda franchise, with the first reveals of 3 6-inch scale figures coming at Comic-Con. And not just the movie, because I thought, is this like movie tie-ins? Nope, entire thing. Whole franchise, which, I am very, I don't know, just with Hasbro's current MO and every single time Hasbro does a video game line, it crashes and burns and kills the license to never be viable at retail ever again, so I kind of don't really want them to do this. like I think Zelda, so it would do well, but I don't trust current Hasbro. I guess is more
They're
my
gonna
problem.
fumble it somehow. It's just the way that Hasbro
I
currently
can't. I
is.
know 12 links. You get each iconic weapon with 12 links spread across the whole year or something
Yep.
like that.
I mean,
Like
we can
I guess
speculate to high heaven, but we're gonna know in like a couple days.
like,
Yeah.
I think this news just confused me because like you're working well with Jack Pacific, Nintendo. Why can't
This
you
is
just let
the whole
like
thing of
what?
the Zelda movie, right? The Zelda movie is being made by Sony, not Universal. The toys are being made by Hasbro, not Jax. It's like Nintendo's like, oh, we don't care about our existing deals. Zelda's different. It's so
It's
weird.
so weird 'cause, like the Walmart like Zelda and Link figures they release are like legitimate good toys, like
Yeah.
toys. So,
It's
like
just
they
unfortunate they only
act
make Zelda and Link.
Link, yeah, but like I don't know, maybe that was the deal because they were like Walmart exclusive line. But then like I feel like you gave them the full permission to make a whole Zelda. I mean, their Zelda output during World Nintendo was surprisingly really damn good. Like you got like Skyward Sword Link, Ocarina of Time
Got
Link,
a freaking Toon
Toon Link.
Ganondorf.
Toon Gander. They did Skull Kid from Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Cheek. They did like when they did the World Nintendo, they were really good with Zelda. So like, why wouldn't they just let Nintendo just let Jax just do Zelda more Zelda?
Yeah, I feel
Especially
like
how,
I could understand if they want to do like Jax keeps the video game stuff, Hasbro does the movie stuff because Hasbro's good with
but
realistic figures, but like
this is everything.
it's
Yeah, it's
everything.
not just
Yeah.
yeah. So
We'll say every year Hasbro gets a new license, and then every year they don't continue it past that 1 year.
so like
Oh god,
I mean,
J Pocket said Hasbro Zelda with the marketing of the Tron Haslab, the articulation of Black Series, and the scale of Indiana Jones.
yeah. Well, not they won't not the 7 Jones because Zelda like never undermet Zelda fans, so they will still sell. It's more just articulation black suit is more I worry about.
Yeah.
Uh,
We'll see. All right. Hey, Storm Arena Lilith has gotten up for pre. I'm surprised she jumped ahead of Morrigan.
Look, they need a lot of plastic for Morgan.
I think the reason is because Morrigan's still sitting in stock at most stores.
Oh yeah, the regular
the regular scale Storm one is still sitting around, so I think they wanted to go something different.
Wait, where are they? I need to pick that one up still then.
Because the regular Morrigan is like the large size, 8-inch size. Yeah. This Lilith is the arena size, so she's 6-inch.
6-inch.
And we're getting a Morrigan for the 6-inch, but it's just interesting that Lilith came out first.
Yeah, I was wondering how they're gonna do her arm articulation. It looks like I think the white parts of the outfit might be separate. I actually can't tell honestly. It's hard to.
It looks a lot like the way that it's on the regular size Morrigan, where it's like.
Is it very soft?
It's
plastic?
soft. Yeah, it's soft and it kind of moves, but we also don't ever see her shoulders move that much in this.
Yeah, because there's always been the problem with Lilith and Morgan design is those white straps around their arms because that really does hinder articulation.
Oh, right there, you see the right one, the one right before that one. Go back. Look at the shoulders.
Yeah, it's attached. Yeah, she's got Everfrost shoulders.
Yeah, but they did make it move better than Everfrost for the very least.
Yeah, and better than the Morrigan previously. Also, yeah, Hellfire is a good point. We don't know if Jax lost the license because Jax could still have a 5-inch license while Hasbro has a 6-inch license. That's the thing.
I hope that's the case. Yeah,
that happened with Fortnite.
I hope thank God it comes with a stand because I see those high heels.
Yep. If it's anything like the regular Storm Morgan, won't be able to stand.
Well, she's top heavy. You think Morgan's top heavy?
Yeah, it's the wings though. It's actually a bigger problem. You think the boobs would be the problem? It's actually the wings. But this looks really great. I'm very excited for her to come out in early 2027. What's Big Bad Toy Store say the date is? April.
I think it's 2027.
April 2027. Yeah, but hey, we got that. All right. By the way, guys, we're not speculating that it's not just the movie. The article says it's the entire franchise, not just the movie. The article is specific. It does say that it's everything. So, yeah.
I hope he knows King of Fighter Storm Marina figures come because I think they relaunched the pre-orders for those recently for Team Japan.
I canceled mine before Big Bad Toy Store changed their cancellation policy because I was like, I have too much stuff coming in.
I still want them because
I want them.
I like them.
But I was like, I need to wait till they're in stock and not just randomly drop on me. I got too many things on order. That's another thing. All right, next up, Walmart Collector Con is happening during Comic-Con, which everybody that goes to Comic-Con hates it because they're like, I'm at a convention. Why do I have to stop and order things from Walmart at 7 in the morning? Anyways, they're putting up this Guile and Bison 2-pack from Jada. They also will be putting up pre-orders for the Street Fighter movie figures from Hasbro, which will also be revealed at Comic-Con.
Okay, I'm scared of.
Mortified.
But so this is nice because they've been doing all the player 2 colors. Actually, because these are for player 3 colors.
These are player 3 colors, yes, because we already did player 3s, both of them.
So that's cool. They're doing so they might do. I wish they would do more to these 2-packs to get more to player 3.
Yep.
Colors because they've been doing like single cards for the player 2. So this is a smart way to do the player 3 colors for people who want them.
All right. Jada put up pre-orders for Invincible Wave 1 finally.
Where's Invisible? Where's Invisible?
Yep,
there they are.
There they are.
Finally, after so long, they're here.
The battle damage one's exclusive to Comic-Con, and then I don't know why this gallery is mostly that. And then the regular color will be available at retail along with Conquest and Oliver Omni-Kid. So we've talked about these before. They're finally up for order. That's the important part.
We need somebody to find a 1/12 scale toilet for Marcus.
Yes. And then we also got Wave 2 of Scooby-Doo up for pre-order, which of course includes Scooby. Finally. Look at him. Look at our boy. Look at him.
I pre-ordered him. I need to go back and get... I pre-ordered him because I at least want to get the Scooby gang at the very least.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered him. I need to buy Shaggy.
The scale is perfect with Shaggy.
Mm-hmm.
Big-ass dog.
And then the Sea Demon!
The Sea Demon, which the Sea Demon actually comes with both identities, which I think is great. That's like that's really cool detail. And then we got the Space Kook.
I love the spooky Space Kook.
Spooky Space Kook.
Does he have... No, that might... I can't...
It's a lighting effect. It doesn't have LEDs.
Okay.
But...
Okay. Oh, that's what they did. The head... I think they might mold...
There's two domes. There's two domes.
No. Because there's one... Yeah, there's a dome.
There's one head that's got the red eyes, and then there's a red backlit dome. Like, there's red paint on the back of the dome. Yeah.
That's actually cool. That's actually a cool way to, like, show the... Like, a effect of him, like, cackling. That's actually really damn cool.
I think the idea is that it should reflect through... Like, normal light should reflect through the dome to give you that glowing effect.
That's actually really cool. Smartly designed. That's so cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Is there any monsters I will get? It will probably be Space Cook and the robot. Those are those are my favorite Scooby.
I bought everybody from Wave 1, and they're phenomenal.
They're really great. I mean, is this just your second chance for Jada Universal Monsters?
Basically. I mean, the Creeper has shared engineering with Frankenstein.
The mummy looks fantastic.
Oh, I want to put the mummy in my Universal display.
Because they really the poses are so good. You can actually get into the wacky Hanna-Barbera poses.
Yep.
That's my favorite part of the figures.
All right, we got two confusing ass stories from Playmates.
God, this was wild.
All right, so for context, for anybody that's not been tracking it, which is understandable, Playmates has been doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers toys for like the last year.
For kids,
the
new audience, for Reunition.
Just stuff. Mighty Morphin toys, right? So Walmart Collector Con pre-order pages went up, and suddenly there was a collector series 6-inch action figure of the Gold Ranger with extra articulation, double jointed elbows and knees, a 6-inch scale, an alternate head, and for some reason the entire arsenal assortment of Zeo weapons. And he's just going up as part of Walmart Collector Con, and there was this image that showed the entire Zeo team in that same style.
Like,
what?
You just gotta drop this out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, wild.
I mean, I'm kind of tempted because, like, I like the idea of, like, here, look, whole team. And, like, if they just kept doing that, like, here's a wave. It's a whole team.
Right?
We could actually maybe...
Exactly.
Yeah, we actually do the whole freaking Power Ranger lineup for once, right?
Yeah, because these are new. Because I think you and some people thought they were...
I got confused because I remember there was, like, the quote-unquote collector box set of Mighty Morphin, but those were 5-inch. They were basically the Automorphings with normal torsos. Yeah.
Oh, no, because that's the thing, because it's weird. The Playmates line is weird with those figures, because technically, I think they were meant to be the basic figure, because they scale with... Because the problem with the Automorphings, they are actually bigger than they're bigger than the...
Basically, what I imagine is, like, the arms and leg engineering looks the same from the Automorphings to those more basic ones. They just have like the normal torsos, which makes them shorter because the torsos and the automorphs are huge.
Yeah, because they meant to scale with your 5-inch
I can pull it out right
aliens.
now. Okay,
Yeah,
out of
they're meant to
context.
scale. Yeah, they're meant to scale with the 5-inch aliens, but they never released. The only time they got released is in the bike sets, and there's been a shield, no shield Green Ranger with shield black and red 3-pack
And
floating
then there's
around
also the
now.
6-pack that came out through Walmart.com of them.
Yeah, so that's the only way you can get those. But those are totally basic figures. This is a collector line. The like little nitpick or major problem I have with the figure line, this figure line, they're still using Playmate's weird ass universal hip system.
I hate their freaking hips.
And like,
I also hate that. Do they have thigh swivels, or is that just a sculpting line?
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't, because they do that on their basic figures for sculpting so the leg can move up for clearance. But I can't tell that if it's a dinosaur, then if it is a dinosaur, then welcome back, Marvel Legends ball hips from 2006 to 9 era and such. But
I'm amazed though. The Gold Ranger is gold painted. He has all of his accessories because it's the staff, and then they're like, "Well, we could just throw in some extra stuff."
Because I know there's a big debate of can they form the Zeo blasters and stuff like that, and I guess it really depends if Zeo. Because I think the biggest thing about the Zeo blasters it depends if blue comes with the Tonfas folded, not unfolded.
I mean, at least he has the Tonfas in his own box. You don't have to buy a separate figure for it.
Yeah, I think just them doing here's the whole team right away.
And I think starting with something that wasn't Mighty Morphin was a good sign that they're actually maybe thinking about doing more than just this. Me and Hellfire are the same phrase. Let's see what Wave 2 is. Can't wait to see Wave 2.
I'll keep my eye on it, definitely, because,
I don't really need another set of Zeo Rangers, but if they suddenly, the next wave is something like Turbo, I might actually go back and buy all these, because I like the potential of having everybody in the same scale, for once.
Yeah, I would say, for people, keep your expectation a little low on these, because Playmate's not great at making collector figures. These are more upgraded basic figures, honestly. They don't really have ankle pivots. It looks like they don't have ankle pivots, just hinged legs. But still, I think these guys are confirmed to be $20-ish. Okay, they're dirt cheap.
I'm gonna go check the Walmart listing on my face, not on the screen. I ain't doxing myself today, Walmart. Played this game before. 1997.
That's dirt cheap.
Yeah, that's dirt cheap nowadays for anything, really. Also, the box art was reused from the Power Ranger board game.
Okay, I was looking at the box. I'm like, that looks familiar. I thought that was Dan Mora art.
It was on Heroes of the Grid. It's not Dan Mora, but it's somebody else. But it was from the box. The thing.
Yeah.
Common Jojo says, so this means the Lightning Collection never returned. I don't know how to break this to you, but when they said that it was on hiatus, that was the announcement it was never going to return.
Hasbro's never doing it again. I would say, honestly, it's probably my favorite Power Rangers collector box, honestly.
I like it. It's also squared up nice and neat, which I think is good. Yeah.
I mean, the lightning bolt pattern at the top where the logo is kind of looks like Dino Thunder helmet style to me, at least. I definitely keep an eye on this because, Playmates is losing Turtles, so they really it's like they're
gotta fill the void with something.
They gotta fill the void with something, so might as well. I'm actually looking at the. No, wait, I'm looking at the photo, the Ranger photo, the group photo. I thought pink and yellow had dice swivels, but that could be just they rotated the hip joint.
Yeah.
To look like they're swiveling and such. So.
All right, we're at 82.4 degrees, so let's move to the next subject.
The weirdest.
Now, this was the weirdest one. Them going, here's a Zeo Gold Collector figure. I'm like, that was unexpected, right? But okay, I was shocked, but I wasn't surprised, right? Here's a Dragon Zord on Kickstarter, completely floored me. I don't even know where to begin here.
So let's recap. Let's recap this because I think some people not a lot of people got the news of why.
A lot of people missed the news that at Toy Fair it was asked, are we getting a Dragon Zord to go with the Megazord? And Playmates said, we offered it to every retailer and they all turned it down for price and size. And, we'll try to get an online retailer partner. And if that doesn't work, we'll hopefully find a way to put it out. And that way apparently was Kickstarter. Because it's not like Playmates has their own Hasbro Pulse.
So I was just going to say, why are they using Kickstarter?
Because they don't have an online store at all.
Yeah, none.
So a couple things. First of all right, hey, they found a way to put it out. Good for them. Second of all, why does every image look like a different product?
Okay, so there's the problem. So like the main image you see on the top, that's probably what is good. Like the file thing will look like because it matches the style of the Playmates Megazord.
The problem is these two images don't match each other.
They don't. The one on the left looks different.
Yeah, because this is sadly a big problem with Playmates.
I don't want to throw the AI accusation, but it feels like it.
I mean, if you really like zoom in on the box, there's a lot of evidence that they probably use
let's start with the main image. Let's be journalists today. I can't zoom the main image any further than that. I'm just looking at the way the hands are on the front profile versus the hands. Also, I don't remember the Dragon Zord having stickers on the outside of the hands. Yes, on the inside of his palms, he has his logo. The tail details are all screwy. The gold. Why does his hip design look like it's been washed out, like it's the old ass toy just beat to crap? I don't.
There's a bit more images.
We got a couple more. Let's go down here. We've got this box image where it's a completely different toy.
That's just the legacy toy.
That's just the legacy toy.
This is the box, where the top image it's debatable that's AI. The box image is AI 100%.
Yeah, 100%. You also look at the packaging, it. I know people said that Mighty Morphin was misspelled, and I don't know if they updated the image, but it does say Mighty Morphin. It's just blarby. It's blobby.
Yeah, and there's
but it does distinctively say Mega Dragon Zorb.
Yeah, Mega Dragon Zorb. Yeah, because this is the thing. Playmates, if you pay attention to their stuff, they like to use AI a lot.
Yep. You see the same exact mistakes on this angle, where the tail's all messed up, the symbol on the side's messed up, and then the hand on the inside has detail it shouldn't. And then there's this image of it combining with the Megazord, which actually looks like a CAD model.
And yeah.
Why were the rest of them not CAD models then?
Yeah, because in the video of the Kickstarter trailer, you see a 360 of the CAD model, with that same old man voice they love using in all their videos. So the CAD
I didn't actually
model,
watch the video. I'm gonna look at it right now.
Yeah, it's near the end because the first half is just them it's pretty much a commercial for the main Megazord. But you skip ahead, use.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Let me back this up. All right, cool. Here's the CAD model. Okay, so there's what the CAD model looks like, which is actually the closest thing to the actual toy we can work with here. And then that's the AI model. It's so AI. The box image is so AI. It's disgusting. It's disgusting how AI that is.
It's baffling. It's a little it's kind of very much unprofessional.
I gotta tell you, when it's one thing to use AI on social media posts, another to be launching a Kickstarter with an AI image banner, and you want people to give you money up front for a product,
bruh. Are they supposed to disclose that, or did they?
They did not disclose it, but I don't know if Kickstarter's rules require you to.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
From what I heard, they do.
They do. I wonder if when it actually fully launches, I think when they fully launch, which is supposed to be August 18th, if they don't replace the images or tag that they're AI images, we should make a stink about it.
Yeah, because that's against rules.
The reason I know that is because of the Tenchi thing, and they were. Some people were actually thinking that my friend who drew the designs was AI, and he's
of course.
and they brought up if we did, we'd have to disclose that, and
because there's a lot of Kickstarter, there's a lot of, people trying to do AI Kickstarters, and they get.
And I know him. He does it. He actually, I've seen him do time lapses since 2009. So
yep.
So it's definitely not he ain't, but yeah.
J Pocket, yeah, actually, thank you for saying that because that'll remind me to clarify. J Pocket says people are already making a stink about it. To be fair, yes. What I meant by make a stink about it was report it to Kickstarter.
Yeah, actually, because it would be against Return of Services.
Yeah, I'm actually putting their official thing in Stream Chat right now.
Perfect, thank you.
wait, wait. This is a kids toy. What kids can back this? This is sad. The case where this is pretty much like
this is going after the collectors that wanted the kids' toys.
Want to fill the gap. They want to fill that gap pretty much. For people who have the Playmates Zion Megazord and want to complete the set, that's the idea of it. Because it's kind of bling that no retailers wanted this because the Green Ranger sells.
It's in there now.
All right. So Kickstarter says product using AI tools to generate images, text, or other output must be open and honest. Disclose in your submission on your product page what AI technology you plan to use in creating your work, how you plan to incorporate the AI product content in your project, and original and creative. Disclose in your submission on your product page to which extent your project is your original work and the specific elements that will be created using the AI output. Yep. So they need to disclose it. So, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that because
when this launches, if they're still using these same images, then we can report them. We can't report them before then, so we'll keep an eye on it. But thank you, Kaus, for pulling that up because now we know.
No problem. Yeah, I remember that Tenchi thing.
Yeah, because I think them doing this is not a bad idea at all because again, they literally couldn't get this to sell to retailers. So so honestly, doing this.
I don't really have a problem with the campaign. I just have a problem with the AI art because that's false advertisement.
That's the problem.
That's false advertisement.
It's really bad if you try to sell this. Yeah.
Yeah. People are guessing on the price. It's probably going to be $50.
At the most, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably going to be $50. That's my shot in the dark kind of guess based on retail price. Plus, they got to charge more because they're going to sell less of these than they do any retail product. So $50. You can't report. You can report it when it goes live, but not till then. Because you see, I don't have the button for. Oh, actually, you can. It's right there. I can log in. I was gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and give them a chance to fix it before the campaign, before reporting them. But you can report it now if you wish. I'm gonna wait till it actually launches. That's
okay. I had to double check. I thought Kickstarter was doxing you for a second. No, that's the El Segundo CA is on the page in general.
That's where it's that's the El Segundo is where they're based out of.
Okay, I was scared. It's like hold on.
No, I was logged out for a reason. And when you log out on Kickstarter, you actually log out. So
yep.
The El Segundo is just. I also don't live in El Segundo, in case anybody was wondering. If I did, I probably would have been more excited about the El Segundo car, Hot Wheels Transformer I got in, which I got in. I haven't opened them yet, but it still looks cool. Omander says, this is going to be another case when the Megazord can't help the Dragozord. Probably not, because that Megazord's pretty sturdy.
I have the Playmate Megazord. It's a chunky dude.
MJ Klein, it can't be in stores like Walmart, because Walmart said they won't carry it. That I have to keep repeating it, but that is the reason why it's on Kickstarter, is because no retailer, zero, none of them wanted to have it.
I just gotta find that the Tigerzord was accepted for retailers, but
I will tell you a reason why. The Tigerzord they made is actually a lot smaller. And the Tigerzord is a complete toy in the box. The Megazord is a 5-part combiner. The Dragonzord does not do anything on its own. If you don't have the Megazord, it doesn't have any combination features, and it has to be more expensive than all the other components are about the same price. The Dragonzord had to be more expensive because its parts count and everything that goes into it, and it doesn't do anything on its own. It doesn't have an alternate mode. The Tigerzord does. It's a standalone toy that can be priced similar to the others. That's why it's at retail, and Dragonzord isn't. That's how it works. And like Medicki said, it fits on shelves. The Dragonzord, they'd have to make a space for it, and Power Rangers doesn't have the brand cachet anymore to justify large products. That's another reason why the Megazord is split into 5 chunks, because they can't put a Megazord that size onto retail in a box set, because retail will not take it. Retail will not even take Transformer Titan classes. They're not taking a Dragonzord right now. That's a reality. Also, yes, the 2017 movie in the Ninja Steel toy line is a big reason for all that.
Yep, it's such a movie. A movie.
All right, here's McFarlane Toys' Comic-Con exclusives that none of us who aren't going to Comic-Con will ever see in our lifetime, because they're super limited.
I can't tell. Are these also going to McFarlane Toy Store?
The McFarlane Toy Store booth is, I checked it on the Comic-Con website, booth number 1915 is registered as McFarlane Toy Store.
Okay, because I saw the McFarlane Toy Store logos. I wasn't sure they would also be on the site.
It's the McFarlane Toy Store booth at Comic-Con. And as they're Comic-Con exclusive in the past, they never sell them outside Comic-Con. And they're also kind of limited. And Most likely, because the last 3 years have been like this, every one of these will have the Platinum variant. And in fact, there's some leaked images of the Red Hood. There is a Platinum variant of him. So yes, there's Platinum variants at a convention exclusive.
Because the Red Hood, because I think I saw, like, it was because it's practically a re-release of the 2-pack Jason.
Yep.
With some new accessories. I think he comes with the head. I like the head.
Yeah, this one, the standard one, is the black jacket from one of the comic runs. I think it's supposed to be more under the Red Hood with the black jacket. The brown jacket one is the Platinum. So, all right. There also is Kilowog getting a single release from the multi-pack.
He's metallic now.
Metallic. Indigo Lantern John Stewart. That actually is a good exclusive.
Mm-hmm. The Kilowog, I think, the Kilowog and the John is fine. Question
again. He was the first Red Platinum, and now he's a Comic-Con exclusive.
Why is Vic not catch a break?
Seriously, Mattel put him out at retail 3 times.
And then the last one is God himself, Mr. Kyle.
White Lantern Kyle. This also joins White Lantern Hal Jordan, who's maybe the Platinum variant of White Lantern Kyle. So.
Got the leak. We won't cover the leak list because, but God, some of those leak lists is I think they're after your wallet fan out.
Oh, they totally are, and they're gonna have a panel, so we'll see. All right. Yeah. Stussy puts it perfectly. McFarlane Toy Collector Edition Comic-Con exclusive gold label Platinum Chase Deluxe Patina Jokerized.
Jokerized.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Bandai had a couple figure arts go up for pre-order because of the Ultraman anniversary that I think we blew past the anniversary without
because it was the Teo.
Teo was the big anniversary thing, right?
Yeah, it came out the day of the anniversary.
Anyways, we got Shin Hayata as a figure art.
Does he come with the spoon?
He doesn't
yes,
because
Bandai.
He does.
No, he does.
Bandai remembered how to have fun with their accessories. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
That's great. Pretty good likeness. Pretty good likeness.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Actor.
And then here's the color version of the Birth of Ultraman figure, which we saw last week.
Prune face.
Prune face, Type A Ultraman. There's his crotch. All right, let's move to the entertainment news because this is the big stuff.
It's time for the thing that reignited the fan base. Even though it's it was
I'm gonna say this is the thing that reignited about 1/10 of the fan base, but we were all very happy about it.
The amount of beat-up postings, the copium, the hope media was injected to all of us.
Okay, let me get all this non-Doomsday stuff first.
Iron Man must be a fan of the tick. Yes,
spoon. All right, Blue Beetle is returning in James Gunn's Superman: Man of Tomorrow. Is this why the animated show's been held off? Because he's going to debut here, and then they'll do the show after.
Maybe, probably. Maybe.
Also, this was all confirmed on a podcast instead of through an actual trade.
Because it was when I heard the news, I thought it's it's just rumored or it was
it was rumored at first because it was on a podcast.
But it was from all the reputable people, so okay, it's probably real. But the thing that got me to realize this is probably 100% real because I think Zolo on Instagram saw that and he was go watch Blue Beetle, guys, and I'm okay, he's in the movie.
Yeah, he's in the movie. This is great. This movie has way too many damn characters, but this is great.
Well, it's the case of would the movie be crowd as hell? Yes, but my boy Jaime Reyes.
He's gonna get 2 minutes of screen time, and we're gonna savor it like delicious chocolate.
We're gonna savor it. We're gonna us Jaime fans are starving.
Yeah,
we only are living off cameo appearances in the comics right now.
No, seriously, I'm very excited about this. I do think the movie has a crowding issue, so we'll see how they balance it. But it's good. It makes me happy. I would take him and kick out Maxima and frickin' Green Lantern.
Rick Flag.
Rick Flag, yeah. So we got great DC news. Blue Beetle's back. And then we got shot through the heart because Batman got delayed again.
I even seen
the song when he said "shot through the heart."
No. True song is something's
in the way. That's something in the way. And the who's to blame for shooting me in the heart is freaking J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams wanted to move his movie up to a week before Batman, And so Warner Bros. Is like, fine, we'll move the rest of the slate. And I'm like, you owe him nothing. You owe him nothing. You gave J.J. Abrams millions of dollars to develop the Dark Justice League Dark movie, and it never materialized. Why are you giving him favors? Why has my Batman got to be delayed by 6 more months, man? We were gonna have Bat Super Summer. It was gonna be Superman in July and Batman in October, and it was gonna be perfect. And now it's February.
We're gonna have world's finest year, but no. Mr. Abrams like, I put my movie out earlier.
Some people always say, like, there's certain people in Hollywood, they'll be like, does that person have dirt on other people? Why do they get so many chances? And I feel like that with J.J. Abrams at this point.
Like, you know, I love you just posting. They've been reposting the original Discotek film tweet of the Batman will launch October, like, 2025.
Yep. I gotta tell you, though, I thought once it started filming, which it's currently filming, I thought that was gonna be the end of the delays, and yet here we are, yet again. It's gonna be 6 years between movies. 6 years.
He's gonna be old man Bruce Wayne. But
I don't want to hear shit from people that said that he shouldn't be the Batman in James Gunn's DC universe because he's not old enough to have a Damian Wayne. Robert Pattinson's 40. This movie's going to come out when he's 42 to 45 if we don't get delayed again. He's old enough to have a Damian. Just put him in the damn universe. Sorry, I don't mean to crash out over this, but it makes me genuinely sad I have to wait longer for this movie.
Hey, we got Matt posting Batman in the microwave to make up for.
We did at least get a camera test that confirmed he's got longer ears now, so that makes me happy.
Yay!
But also, I gotta tell you, Matt Reeves hinted that the delay was happening in a previous post because he posted something that had 2/18/28, and nobody knew what it meant. And then a couple days later, he posts the camera test of Robert Pattinson with his new longer ears. And I was like, oh, that looks great. And then the logo for the movie, and I was like, it looks great. And it said February 18, 2028, and I died.
I love Jay Fogg. 6 years, but only been months between, like in universe.
Yeah. It's a good thing Robert Pattinson doesn't age because Bong Joon-ho built him that cloning machine, all right? Like, they got to be so glad that Robert Pattinson's one of those eternal youth guys. Like, just naturally, because he doesn't do any, like, weird health stuff. He just naturally just doesn't age very fast. They got to be glad they got him and not, like, somebody else that would have, like, accelerated aging so quickly.
They secretly have Project Cadmus behind the scenes just in case.
Mickey 17 was a documentary. Dare says, in the time between Batman movies, we've had 2 Nolan movies.
2 Nolan movies.
Yep. You know what we've had also? James Gunn's DC Universe get announced, crash and burn at the box office, and hopefully recover with a second movie before this one comes out.
Nolan made the Dark Knight trilogy such a purchase in 7 years.
Exactly. Guys, when the Batman Part 1 came out, the CW Arrowverse was still going.
Yep.
Oh my god, when Batman Part 1 came out, Hasbro was excited about the future of Power Rangers.
when the Batman Part 1 came out, Mattel just lost the DC license.
Oh god! Mattel loses the DC license, it goes to McFarlane, it comes back, and then we get our second Batman movie. Avery, yes, you can see Mickey 17 without seeing the other 16. They do a recap. Like, legitimately, the first scene in that movie's a montage. Oh my god! I have all faith in Matt Reeves that this movie's going to be good and worth the wait. But my god, I just want to see it already.
It's all Abrams. It's all Abrams' fault.
It's all Abrams' fault. It's all Abrams' fault. Oh my god. Let's go to our next thing. Kamen Rider Myth put out a production teaser that went out on all the international channels, which is really cool. So we got our first look at the character who is Myth, which is Sora Otsusumi, who is the main protagonist. He is the butler and meister of House Mizuki. House Mizuki is this girl's family, Yuna Mizuki. She's our female lead, and she is the rich girl in charge, and he is her butler. and he has a T-shirt, or he has a shirt underneath his jacket that's like cheese. And then Kamen Rider Mao, the Red Rider, is going to be this cool looking dude in the sick ass jacket.
Cheese grommet? You want some cheese?
Anyone want some cheese? Yeah, this guy's character is Kamuri Minitaka. I just thought it was really cool before the press conference and before the movie came out for Zets, where these guys have cameo appearances. They decided to put out like a little video going, hey, here's our principal cast. Here's some of the people working on it. Stay tuned for more info. I like that. It's marketing. It's consistent updates. And everybody else in Japan pick up what Toei is doing. It's all clear information. I love it.
It's nice that like that Toei finally is now filming stuff in advance now. Finally, after so long of not doing it.
I know, right? It's this marketing for Kamen Rider Might has been fantastic so far. I have no complaints.
I'm still waiting for the Tom and Jerry crossover.
Yes. All right. Peak Cinema is coming at us in September with Lego One Piece, where we got our first trailer that confirms that the live-action cast is returning to voice their characters, and going with the plot of this being Usopp is recapping the story from Season 1 and 2, but because Usopp's telling the story, things have changed. And I think that's brilliant.
Robson Mockman, he's actually pretty good at voice acting, like the little bit I hear him in the trailer.
I loved his, I didn't say that. This is fantastic. I have no notes because it's phenomenal, and I can't wait to see it. I love Lego specials. Oh, they announced the Lego Mandalorian special, and I'm not covering it out of spite because it's not a new story. It's just readapting the first season of the TV show.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm so sick. I'm so sick of Mandalorian adaptations. Like, just give me a freaking new story. Like, what the hell?
Come on. The Lego specials are always fun for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Really?
Every Lego special for Star Wars is a new story, but for the Mandalorian one, it's just adapting Season 1 again. And it's a 2-part special. And I'm like, just put it out as one. Why? Why 2? All right. Marvel's Wolverine put out a trailer that was pretty synced up to the X-Men 97 episode last week. It came out the day after. And it's a story trailer that I think is actually really good because it did like this whole thing of like how Wolverine's past and his life is blurring together. It was really well edited. It was really awesome. We got to see Lady Deathstrike for the first time. And frickin' him and Jean had a romantic relationship. For some frickin' reason. Everything about this game I am loving, except when they involve Jean Grey, because I don't like the way they're approaching it.
Because I think the problem with especially what to do with Jean is she's practically just gonna be just Logan's love interest in this game.
As opposed to a incredibly powerful cosmic goddess,
or Mariko, either or. Like anybody's better for Logan and Jean.
I mean, X-Men the anime series changed it to like Lady Deathstroke being an X, but like Logan's got plenty of love interests. We don't need to keep going back to the Jean pool.
And it's because I think my problem. I think some people say it best. It's kind of like really annoying how they're really just treating Jean as the love interest because Jean's her own goddamn character.
Yes.
So it's like really annoying that she just motivates you. Logan's love interest.
It's like they only watch the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Like I have said before, I hope to stream this game when it comes out because I think everybody hearing my thoughts as I'm playing it would be fun.
Look, you're the Canadian. You're Canuck man, fan number one.
I am.
Be weird.
I feel like I got to stream the game because
Twitch. At least on Twitch, because I don't think YouTube will like you.
It depends. It depends on what that gore filter actually is. Like, if the gore filter really cuts it all out, we'll go on YouTube, baby. If not, I'll be on Twitch. I don't make money on Twitch, but you know what? I'm doing it for the love of the game. I feel like I want to get my thoughts about this game out while playing it because I'm kind of.
And then we can make. And then if you need a filler video, you can make a stream highlights.
Exactly. We could do that as well. I will also say that I am very proud of the gaming community for standing up for something for once because all the comments on this and every other Sony-related social media post is outrage over them removing physical games. Bravo, everybody. That's how you actually get some change done. We all work consistently on this. I'm very, very happy about that.
I do feel bad. I do feel bad for all the poor indie developers.
I do feel bad for them, too. I saw one of them that was like, hey, can Sony address this? We're getting harassed constantly.
Yeah, because they made a deal to have their game on Sony's platform, so they're like, oh, well, check out the comments. Our new game that just came out. See, it was just, oh. that stuff. It's like, gee, thanks.
It kind of
Sony.
reminds me of what's happening in Bricks and Minifigs, where Bricks and Minifigs Corporate could solve the problem immediately by just returning that guy's Legos, and now all the franchisees are getting harassed about it.
Yep.
And corporate made them sign NDAs so they can't even talk about it. Yeah.
Yep. Remember, it's always the corporations.
Always the corporate executives, safe in their little offices behind their spreadsheets. So, all right, let's talk about Avengers Doomsday trailer.
Oh, we're finally here.
Finally here, guys. You excited? I'm not, but here we go.
So here's the thing, people.
Let me put this up. Yes.
So apparently, Marvel, even though they like seeing reaction videos, are DMCAing people reactions to the trailer for some.
I've seen people get their videos, not even revenue share or revenue steal. They full on block videos using footage from this trailer. So because of that, I'm going to provide us a slideshow recreation of the trailer so we can talk about it. Okay?
Hopefully that works.
Hopefully that works. Let me turn my browser off because I want to put my notes up.
I'm really curious what you did.
I started with something really benign, but like I was having fun in Photoshop today. Okay, I was having a good time.
Oh boy! So before we tell our thoughts, let's get Soundout recap the trailer for us. Then
I want to recap the trailer and then I will give us thoughts because I wrote notes out. All right. So
behold. The Avengers Doomsday trailer presented by Soundout12 Productions.
Okay, here we go. So, first things first, we see the Xavier Mansion destroyed, so that sets the time period. Tuesday for the X-Men. Guys, I want you to know that's a shot from X-Men Apocalypse. I was like, what if I just grab a shot from the Quicksilver scene where he's like saving everybody while the mansion's exploding? Because that's actually probably the best scene in that movie outside of the Magneto stuff. Because for some reason, Michael Fassbender Magneto's like super locked in through all the crappy movies. But anyways,
because he's just that good of an actor.
Anyways, I just thought, destroyed mansion. All right, so after we see the mansion's kind of wrecked, and then we see an old Charles Xavier at the end of his life, looking forlornly outside of a window. Guys, I didn't even have to look that hard for this. They've done this so many times.
They do. They love that trope.
They love it.
This is a shot for Logan. All right. Next, we see a shot of a Doctor Doom in a pretty good costume with the absolute wrong actor behind it doing a very silly accent.
Because when you think of Robert Downey Jr., you think of...
I gotta tell you, I don't know why they paid $90 million for Robert Downey Jr. to sit behind a mask and make a silly accent. Like, guys, you could have gotten somebody a lot cheaper. We could have afforded Storm. I just find it really funny that, like, I think that, like, the Fantastic Four 2005 Doctor Doom's pretty terrible, but, like, his costume's pretty good. You know? Like
is this a two nickel scenario?
It kind of is. It kind of is a two nickels. Like we got a white guy playing Doctor Doom in a storyline that completely ignores his heritage. In a costume that looks pretty damn good though. All right. Next up, we saw the Fantastic Four and also Thor. Thor was there. I'm just doing a slight delay on these so you guys can see it.
Really. I mean, the best part is his costume. Like, is he even wearing a different costume, or is that?
He's wearing the Infinity War costume without the sleeves. It's literally the same.
I knew it. I knew it. I was like, that's just the Infinity War costume. Even the Infinity War haircut.
Yep. He's even carrying a Stormbreaker. We'll talk about continuity in a moment. All right. Next, we saw a nice shot of Sam Wilson, Bucky, and Ant-Man. And they just were standing there. There's a lot of this trailer is people just standing there. Also, Ant-Man's back in his Ant-Man and the Wasp costume, so I guess they're just pretending Quantum Mania didn't happen.
Much fair.
I would also do the same, so I can't blame them. Then we got a shot where the Fantastic Four, the new Avengers, and Sam Wilson's Avengers are hanging out with Thor, and everybody was just standing there, very awkwardly. All their costumes don't look like they fit them whatsoever. They were just kind of standing there, and Thor's like, "Oh my God, There's something so scary. We really need to worry about this.
Bane's the most scariest person I ever met.
So here is Thor throughout this entire trailer. He's like, it's so bad. We all got to team up. I don't care that your rosters are shit. We have no chance in hell at winning this. We got to go fight this guy. I need your help. Come on, man. Dr. Doom is the scariest guy I've ever seen in my life. You guys can tell I did not spend a long time in Photoshop, but...
Like, legit, that's what I was thinking when I was hearing him say all that.
I would have probably
really?
I would actually probably put effort in making these ones.
I love that it's like that. That is, I love that there's like, I love that. I love putting no effort. It makes it better.
It's my same Thor image I'm using in the other slides too. And I also used the erase tool and didn't even try to just remove Bane.
Look at that. Look at that 4 kids sings the American anthem level Photoshop.
Okay. The next shot we got was Shuri and Namor. But they were in they're in worse costumes than they had during Wakanda Forever. Namor lost all his cool jewelry.
Yep.
He did have a decent looking outfit, and for some reason he is fully clothed. Providing you a shot that has sauce because Ryan Coogler directed it.
Oh, really?
That's a shot I'm using on the stream, not the shot in the movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I had hope for a second there.
Oh, they wish this was directed by Ryan Coogler. All right. And then we got a shot of the Dora Milaje and the Talokani fighting, and then I think a couple new Avengers are back there, but everybody's wearing black, and there's like 0 lighting contrast, so I honestly couldn't tell. Honestly, if I just showed you this, would you believe it was from this movie?
Probably. It's just another movie where the Dora Milaje is just a giant army. I think just another giant army to use in the movie.
Yep.
Like that.
All right. Next up, we got a shot of Cyclops in his cool new costume, and I am so distracted by the fact it's actually centered. The yellow line thing is centered and not off to the side, so it's like completely wrong, and it's screwing with my brain. I want to have words with the costume designer. I just want to be like, why'd you think centered was good when it's still asymmetrical? Anyways, there was that. Then we got to see a fight between Shang-Chi and Gambit.
Yep.
With no color eyes.
Gambit doesn't have the colored eyes still, which is a problem, because for anyone wondering, Gambit was abandoned as a child because his eyes were red. Yeah. That's like removing Martha Wayne from Batman's story. Also, they framed it like they were equal matches, but last I checked, Shang-Chi has the 10 rings.
Yeah.
So Gambit's just cooked.
Yeah, and he knows how to use those 10 rings very well.
Insanely well. Yeah, he can do Kamehameha waves. I don't think Gambit really got a chance here. All right, he may be trying to make a name for himself, but I don't think Gambit got no chance. I'm saying this as a Gambit fan. All right.
There's no rivals buffs or nerfs to help him here.
Yep. Next, we saw Loki at the TVA. Which was weird to me, considering last time we saw him holding together the multiverse, sitting in a chair, saying he can never leave again. You gonna explain that one, or is he just gonna pop up? But it was nice to see Loki again, I'll say that. Okay, so then we got a shot that took place in Wakanda, which shows the Fantastic Four with the new Avengers, and Joaquin was also there, meeting with Shuri and M'Baku. But it was only 2 members of the Fantastic Four, and then 2 new Avengers, and then Joaquin.
Is he later being cut off on purpose?
I hit the remove background tool, and Ava's body disappeared, and I was like, well, she's Ghost, she's intangible, that's fine. All right. Then we got to see a cool shot of Reed and Yelena. It was so poorly lit, it took me till the 3rd watch before I noticed that Sam Wilson was in the background.
You should have put Bucky. I mean, you should have put Sam in the background, super tiny in this image.
Here's the fun part: I didn't notice Sam was there until I already exported the image and closed the project without saving it, and I didn't feel like reloading it and doing it over again.
Yeah, man. You should have made it transparent.
That would have been funnier. Yeah. All right. Then we got a shot of Mystique turning into Yelena, and then Yelena fighting Yelena. Because, hey, remember X-Men where Mystique turned into Wolverine?
She looks awful.
First of all, Mystique looks terrible. Second of all, they didn't know that Mystique could turn into Wolverine when this fight happened. And so it was her trying to take out the one she replaced. In this movie, she turns into Yelena by catching her weapon and transforming in front of everybody, which serves no purpose because Mystique does not copy powers. Anyways, then we saw Magneto, old, sitting in a chair and reminding me that Ian McKellen is 81 and probably should be allowed to retire. That being said, Ian McKellen's like still awesome, so like I'm looking forward to him blowing up New Jersey. No shade to Jersey, I just want to see Magneto do stuff.
Jersey! I'm gonna get rise to TMT. Jersey!
Yeah. Then we saw a shot of an old Charles Xavier, who is older in his years, near death, kind of getting close to the end, looking sadly and disappointed at somebody. Also known as
Xavier.
Multiverse Maniacs. Then we had basically a recreation of the shot with Endgame, except with Catherine Newton playing Cassie Lang instead of that other person. So here's a visual mock-up. Side note, Catherine Newton's fan base scares me. There's an entire Threads account called Catherine Newton's Side Profiles.
Oh, God.
I was expecting to have trouble finding an option, but I found plenty, easily. I don't know if that's a kink thing or an obsession thing, but y'all need help, all right? But I appreciated it for my exact example here. And yes, could I have lined that up better? Sure. I could have. Then we got a shot of Sue and Johnny hugging. That was cute. That was sweet. Then we got a shot of Sue being cool, because she is. She's like arguably one of the best people in this movie.
Really is.
Yeah.
Legit.
He is.
We got a nice shot of Shuri as Black Panther, which is always good.
So again, normal. Nothing new.
We got a shot of Sam Wilson, Captain America, which you could have honestly pulled from Brave New World. No one would have noticed. It's the same costume.
He deserves the apology tour.
He deserves an apology tour. Then we saw Gambit hitting his L2 in Rivals. He slammed his staff on the ground. And I'm like, okay, well, in Rivals, yes, you're going to heal Mystique because she's on your team. But in this scenario, you're just blowing the hell out of everybody. Like some asshole. Then we saw Cyclops hit his ult.
Yeah, that was...
which is a great shot, but we saw it in a previous teaser like 6 months ago, so it kind of didn't hit the same. Yeah. If you haven't seen the previous teaser, then that actually would hit better.
I didn't, so...
Then we saw Sue hitting her ult, and I just thought Vanessa Kirby's hair looked really good. Thought that was really neat. And then we saw Namor in his new fit, where he has not this much drip, because for some reason they're like, what if he just wears clothing up to the middle of his neck and no jewelry? And I'm like, did you not watch Wakanda Forever and realize how cool that was? For
that was some skin.
Not only the skin, but like the Mesoamerican influence on the Talakani culture was like freaking awesome, and I kind of want that back. Anyways. And then we had this shot. Just pretend it was Thor and Doom instead. But it was the same exact shot.
Very much. He didn't Photoshop their head poorly on it.
I thought about it, but then I was like, yeah, that gives Doom too much credit, because in what world is Doom stopping Stormbreaker with 2 fingers like he's super cool and powerful? The thing that makes Doctor Doom interesting is his intellect, not his power. But they've just made him into, he's stronger than Thanos. And then
or farming in hype moments.
Yeah, literally what I said before we streamed, yeah.
And then the whole thing that ruins the movie for me, because legitimately this was insane. They show Thor being beaten by Doctor Doom, and then Thor's like, "We're gonna need a miracle." So he goes and finds a white man in a t-shirt, and that white man can lift Mjolnir.
Yes.
Men.
I googled white man, black t-shirt, brown hair, beard, and that's what came up.
Men.
What is Steve Rogers gonna do that Thor can't?
Right?
So anyways, that was the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Marvin said, "Dan, this is probably better than the actual movie. I had more fun with it."
All this fighting. I was just imagining Thor doing like super god lightning blast, and Doom no sells it. And Cap just says normal punch, and Doom just goes down.
I love Sussy 6 comment.
Can't wait for the Chris Evans Marvel Legend. Legitimately.
So, was your favorite moment of the trailer is when Aztec showed up and said, "It's Aztecing time," and Aztec everywhere.
Yep, it was when he pulled Nightcrawler out of this movie to save him the embarrassment. Also, yeah, Nightcrawler and Beast weren't in here.
I guess because there's too many blue people already.
Maybe you shouldn't cast your movie to be 90% blue. Also, Mystique doesn't have the yellow cat eyes, which I thought was a bit of a disappointment. I forgot to notice, I didn't notice that Red Guardian's head disappeared in the removed background, and I decided that if anyone's going to die in this movie, it's probably Alexei, so I just left it, you know. Astronaut said presented in Soundout Vision. Yeah, that's what this trailer recap is, because Disney wanted to be dicks. I want to use screenshots from the movie, but this was way more fun. I actually enjoyed this a whole lot.
Mario, man, the only thing I had laughing at the Vinny Vision tagline.
Oh god, I looked at the theater listings. It's Infinity Vision is just a sticker on top of RPX, on top of ScreenX, on top of Dolby, on top of 4DX. It's whatever isn't IMAX, just got a label slapped on it. Oh my god. Let's talk about a couple things. First of all, this is the same trailer that was shown at CinemaCon, so no surprises if you read the text descriptions like I did, because I have to keep track of this shit. But it was nice to see it. I will say, though, where has the lighting gone? Did they forget what contrast is? The movie is so shadowed out, dark, washed out, like everything's dark and gray. Like the Fantastic Four costumes are so damn bright blue because they're reusing them from their movie that they just stand out like crazy. They're like a solar beacon.
It's like a flash. It's like that bit where Xavier got flashbang. In the trailer.
No, seriously. Yes, Ace. There's still supposed to be 2 Avengers movies, but Doomsday took so long they haven't started filming the next one, which is supposed to come out next year. Yeah. Indeed. Also, there's a lot of people just standing around in this trailer. Like, most of this trailer is like Thor's like, we got a problem. Let's go talk to them. 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 Oh, look, Dr. Doomstrong. Trailer ends. Like, there's no sense of plot or story in this. It's just hype moments and aura. And then a bunch of the hype moments don't work for me because I looked at them a second time. Like, Gambit slammed it in the staff. At first, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I looked at it again, and I was like, no, he's actually hurting everybody around him. That doesn't do any good. There's a really cool shot of Mystique turning into Yelena until you realize that she's doing it in front of everybody, so that's not really going to do anything. Let's see, what else is going on? Everybody that got new costumes, they all fit terribly. There's a lot of side profiles of the Thunderbolts, and all their costumes are making them so wide. I don't get why, like, Ghost has a hood that sticks out like a mile wide in the back of her neck. Mystique's hair is genuinely terrible. They really did Rebecca Romijn dirty here. Her scale work looks creepy and weird. Ryan was talking about how it just looks unsettling.
It gives you little trypophobia vibes a little bit, the fear of holes.
Yeah.
Like, something about it is just like, Because I think what it is, because I think in the previous, because it's a similar makeup you see in all the other films, movie Mystiques, but I think the problem is they're too big. A little too big here, where like the other films, they look like more smaller scales. So like it's less noticeable to me. Here, you know what they look like to me? They look like scabs.
Oh yeah, because they're too detailed. Because the older CG was less detailed. This is more detailed. Yeah.
Yeah, they look like scabs, and maybe they go like, eh. It makes me want to pick at it. It's like, ugh.
Also, I gotta say, after watching the Odyssey yesterday, which was this beautifully crafted movie where you saw a majority of its budget on screen and not in its cast, and then just going from that to this was like such whiplash for me because everything looks so freaking fake. I gotta tell you too, somebody was mentioning this. There were people running this through an AI detector, like the Avengers trailer. They were running it through an AI detector, and it was like pinging all over the place. There's a reason for that. It's because most of the AI video models have been trained off Marvel movie clips. So that's the reason it's picking up. It's not actually made by AI, but AI has been replicating the Russo brothers Marvel look. So now that we got the Russo brothers Marvel look back, it looks kind of fakey and weird because we've been sitting through. How many years since Gen AI video dropped? Like 3 years now? 4 years?
Sadly.
Yeah, we've been sitting in an era of slop, and then this movie doesn't really. Like, again, there's a movie called The Odyssey in theaters right now that even Spider-Man Brand New Day looks like a legit movie. This looks blobby. Also, plot continuity problems. We don't know how the Fantastic Four got to this universe or why they even came. There wasn't an explanation in Fantastic Four First Steps, so this movie's got to explain that. We also needed to get an explanation why Loki is able to leave the Tree of Time, unless this is going to be a multiverse of madness situation where they just pretend the whole TV show didn't exist. Thor's using the wrong weapon in this entire movie so far. At the end of Love and Thunder, Thor was...
Where's his daughter?
Yeah,
Who's he?
We know his daughter's in it because the Thor teaser had him talking to her. Thor's daughter wields Stormbreaker now. Not Thor.
Is Korg babysitting her while he's doing his
I'm
mission?
assuming. Because the thing is, like, Thor was wielding Mjolnir at the end of Thor Love and Thunder. Now he's wielding Stormbreaker, and he only gives Mjolnir over to Steve because anything given to a woman has to be taken by a man in this franchise.
A white man.
Stasi says that's the same cinematographer from Singer's X-Men. That's the thing. You can be a good cinematographer, but if your director's going to tell you to make it one way, you have to make it that way. You know? Also, this movie does kind of look like Singer's X-Men if it was done through modern trends.
I don't like Singer's X-Men. I don't like Singer's X-Men.
I have a whole I gotta tell you guys, I had to do research on the X-Men movies for the home video history, and I started to appreciate some of them a little bit. That was bad. That's really bad. I shouldn't be appreciating the Fox X-Men movies, but I started to a little bit because
as long as that Superman returns, I guess it's fine. Because at least the Singer X-Men films, even my big problems with them are at least
they're good movies. Like X1, X2, Days of Future Past, those are like good movies. Apocalypse kind of sucks, but I gotta tell you, it's weird. Every time I was looking at stuff from the movies, like Michael Fassbender's Magneto was so damn good, and they always just locked in for him and him alone.
He's just a good actor. He's just a good actor in general.
I was thinking about this. I love Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, but I kind of feel like I almost wish that James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender were in this instead.
How old? I feel like they're the ages they would be now.
Yeah, they were like the right age now. Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah, Blade Runner says Thor's daughter's grounded and he took her Stormbreaker away. Might be the real reason the movie. I mean, I just needed some kind of explanation because they keep saying, like, oh, we've been building to this. Like, no, this was a last-minute desperation ditch move of a movie. At least pretend continuity exists.
Yeah, the way they... It's reminding me of Brian Norm's Flash.
Yes.
I can see Wally doing that to his kids.
Oh, definitely. I want to talk about the biggest problem with this movie.
Well,
white man in a black t-shirt.
Which one?
No, I'm talking about the biggest problem I have with this movie is Steve Rogers being back.
Because you think Steve's arc's done. There's no point.
His story is done. It's finished. And the way they're framing it is that they can't do this without him, even though he contributes absolutely nothing to this. Okay, he can wield Mjolnir. So can Thor. Oh, he's a super soldier. There's literally 4 of them on the Thunderbolts.
It can't be, Steve's spirit. He chose Sam for a reason.
Yeah.
He chose Sam for a reason.
And here's the thing. I've seen people defend it. Like, oh, well, Sam's still Captain America. Steve's not Captain America. He doesn't have a suit. Yeah, but then why does Variety write an article with the headline, Avengers Doomsday trailer, Dr. Doom battles the MCU. No, he only fights Thor in this. X-Men and Avengers face off legally, but I think the Avengers might have them there. And Captain America returns. And they're not talking about Sam, they're talking about Steve. Sam has 0 dialogue, and he's in 3 shots of this trailer. Steve has a whole big stinger tease at the end that's made to be like a big reveal. I think they kind of forgot they put a 1.5-minute long Steve teaser out 6 months ago. Because it's not anything new.
And that's the thing,
well, I don't know about forgot. They'd hope you'd forget.
Yeah, bingo.
It gives me bad, Bat God era of DC, where it's like, like realistically, Superman can easily take down insert villain, like Dark Side or whatever, but instead Batman is the one to actually save the day because
Yep.
he only Batman can do this, even though look, Batman, like mind you, Batman has a little bit some things more than Steve Rogers' Captain America in terms of like reason why he can take down Omega level threats. But at the end of the day, he's still just a human being with no superpowers. At the end of the day, even with all the fancy gadgets he has, it's in reality it should be Superman that should be able to take down Darkseid or
Yep.
whoever villain you're
Mhm.
fighting against and such. It reminds me of that, where it's like realistically, Thor could easily 1v1 Doom. Like even he wanted to make a deal where
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
want to
we
know why is Doom this powerful? This is ridiculous.
I think
Like,
what's more annoying is
I,
even if you
yeah.
want to do the story of Doom is stronger than Thor could get stronger. You could have some kind of story of Thor proving himself,
which
proving
was
himself
Infinity
again.
War, and Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
Love and
game, yeah.
Thunder. It's kind of in Thor's hero's journey thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Couch, you got any thoughts on this?
I was just, I know, yeah. It feels like the whole thing of like what Ryan said it perfectly with Batman, when it should be Superman. It's the same kind of mindset, which bugs the crap out of me. I know it's marketing. I know it's smart. Like people know this guy. They don't care about him.
They don't care about the
But
black man,
but
the
but
black man that's
I
in
mean, the
charge.
black man that they sidelined. Let's not forget Marvel sidelined him for 5 years between his show and his movie. He didn't get
narrative.
to appear in
He-
anything else.
Because he did, I think why did Brave
In
New
my
World
case,
do?
I'm just like I want continuity. That's all.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Why did Brave New
Because
World not do
that's
well?
too much to ask.
apparently.
But yeah.
Like I know a lot of people will make a bunch of reasons why Brand New World Brave New World failed, but I
Oh, that's
honestly
the Red
think
Hulk one, right?
yeah. But honestly, I think the main thing, the reason why Brave New World didn't pull in the box office because how much they did not use Sam as Cap during the phase 4 to
He
5.
wasn't in What If. He didn't make any cameos. He wasn't in any of the cartoons. He didn't have any toys. They abandoned him and then brought him
They
back for
tell
his movie.
stop
And
talking, and he's like, "But it's my movie, is it?" Like,
yeah,
okay, like
the cast was
that's
announced in March
man.
2025. So Brave New World had only been out for like 2 weeks at that point. So I don't even know if him getting sidelined is a box office reaction because
Wondering.
they would
It's
already
all
they would have
marketing
already
and
had their
box
first
office,
script locked for filming because I know they brought in a writer while filming to rewrite the third act. Good lord, every time I hear about this movie, it makes me insane. Yeah, Blader said even if it was Bucky instead of Sam, it would feel like they didn't let him cook. Exactly. Like, oh god, Ace said you either die in the MCU or you live long enough to become the DCEU. Yeah, that's literally where we're at right now. And I think bringing the Russos back was a big mistake because
We need fresh directors. Like no matter how you feel about them as directors, I just feel like it's a bad. You need fresh directors.
also they have not made a single good movie since Endgame.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah, I
even
haven't
no
cared.
matter how you
Yeah,
feel about them as directors, I just think it's just a bad movie. Even if even if we live in the timeline where they made hit after
Yeah.
Endgame, I still think it'll be a bad idea to bring them back because
I have a question.
Yes.
A sound out. You said that's the last good movie, but what's the last one you actually like? Not just good, you actually cared about. Because I feel like it's even
Well,
before
I was
that.
saying that the ones that Russo's directed, because I've liked a lot of the movies since Endgame, but the Russo's, every movie the Russo's directed is genuinely terrible. I tried watching one of them, and I couldn't make it through the first 20 minutes. Like, it seems like the Russos without Marvel just have no talent.
Yeah, like still like again, I just even if we're in the timeline where all their films are hits, I still think it's a bad idea to bring them back because you want
Yeah.
fresh talent. I think like even knowing Brian Singer. That's why Apocalypse didn't work. I feel like they thought, oh, let's bring back Brian Singer. They did Future Past work. Let's bring back Brian Singer again for Apocalypse, and that didn't work because like the problem with. I feel like the problem, knowing the man again, we just view them as directors. The problem with Apocalypse is they repeat a lot of things for Days of Future Past because it literally was the last movie they
Yeah.
directed for this brand. So
I feel like this is becoming Avengers Endgame 2 and not any. It's pretty much just it's sort of relegating everything since Endgame 2 with this little pocket of well that kind of happened, and not
yeah,
that
because that's the thing. Like,
yeah
I feel like if the Russos came back with a different character, not related to the Cap like any of the Cap characters, I think like it would not feel as samey because it'll be working in a different world, different characters. Like it's not.
But here we have Captain America and Thor, or Steve Rogers and Thor, working to fight an all-powerful villain again.
Yeah, it's
And like, I also want to add that you still have Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Evans in this as the leads. Yeah, and I want to add that Doctor Doom is a Fantastic Four villain, and they're barely in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways,
like there is a version of Doom, but I still don't. But he's not that version. Where what is it?
I think they're wanting to do like, God Emperor Doom from Secret Wars, but they're not doing any of the build-up for it.
Yeah, that's exactly that's what I'm trying to figure out. So it's supposed to be that one, or
I don't know. Yes, they won't tell us.
what was it? I think
you know what? Fair enough. I don't know.
I think someone on Twitter said make a good point where it feels like they only saw that one panel from of the original sequel of the 2015 Secret Wars of Doom pulling out the spine of Thanos without the context.
Yeah, because that was like an issue
that's the
7
panel I think of.
Yeah, and that was after he absorbed the power of the multiverse. Is he doing that here? Is that why Loki's depowered and at the TVA? I don't know. Like, because
they're not really explaining.
The thing is, there's no build-up. Like everybody's saying, there's no build-up because we don't even know what the plot of this is, and Marvel didn't even know the plot of it until it was too late to do build-up, which is the whole problem. And then on top of that, this movie's going to have to bum rush explanations so quick to get the movie going. It's going to feel like a DCEU movie where you have a narration to kick. You have an exposition narration to kick off your movie, right? Remember every DCEU movie did that, like after, like starting. I think it was like after Shazam. No, starting with Shazam. Like Shazam onwards, every DCEU movie started with a montage, like backstory. That's what I'm just. Yeah,
and like because. Yeah, because that's why I think why Brand New Day is getting so much hype, because it's a new director, and already you watch Brand New Day trailer, you already tell it's not the same as the Tom Watts trilogy of Spider-Man, because it's a brand new blood.
Yep.
On behind the scenes for that film, and people are excited because it's something different, it's something new.
Then you have him interacting with characters he's never met before, like the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and we have a great gag where he webs up the Punisher's gun, and the Punisher pulls out an equal, exact duplicate gun. Like that's the knowledge I expect out of comic book movie directors, is to understand why that's a good bit.
I want to show you that. I want to show you this funny comparison right here about that.
First meeting.
Let
me see.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me click. Nope, wrong button.
That's amazing.
Click. Matt and Frank's first meetings with the Hulk are so hilariously different. Matt's first time, he raised his eyebrows. He was so horrified by seeing Hulk's son that he got the sight back for a moment. And then here's Peter's first time meeting the Hulk with Frank.
Frank.
I love that because he's not in a super serious Punisher project. Like, Bernthal gets to be goofy in this one. I'm so happy. It's so nice to see it.
I love that people forget he can also be goofy.
I've seen all the funny behind the scenes with Bernthal.
Him and Tom are having the time of their life because they're like good friends and stuff. They went to auditions together and all that. They've been waiting to do a movie together. They got to do 2. They got to do the Odyssey and Spider-Man back to back. I'm happy for them. They're having a good time. It seems.
Frank and Peter's excellent adventures.
Yep. Yeah, Small Dream says, Brand New Day also feels like it's going for a Hush thing of being a romp through New York City with Spider-Man and a bunch of supporting characters with an underlying mystery. Yeah, it feels like a Spider-Man movie, first and foremost, right?
Yeah, I saw someone make a good point on Twitter where it's like, it sucks that Avengers films are now just event fodder and not Avengers films. Like, Avengers have their own stories. Like, God,
there's 2 Avengers teams in this movie, and neither of them are the focus. That's a problem.
God, did Age of Ultron scare him that bad?
Apparently. I don't know.
We really should have gotten 2 Avengers films before this one that are just Avengers storylines.
Yeah.
Like where's our goddamn Zemo's Forces of Evil?
Yeah.
Masters of Evil.
Zemo's kicking around doing nothing right now. Why is Masters of Evil not a movie? Avengers. The thing is, with the way they set it up, the first Avengers movie could be the Avengers versus the New Avengers to decide who's going to be the actual team. And then the actual team is like a merger of 2, right? And then the next movie is like Zemo Masters of Evil.
And then you can have the Doom stuff. I just feel like, because I think that's the all that
This
stuff
movie
is,
just
like,
reeks
really,
of desperation, and that's my problem with it.
Yeah, that's because again, like the problem with the trailer, I think, is they're hyping up Doom as the biggest bad guy of all time. But I feel nothing because they didn't hype him up like that.
This is the first time we've seen him.
Yep.
Thanos was at least intimidating in his post-credit scene. He had 2 post-credit scenes, pretty intimidating. But his setup was Guardians. He was threatening in Guardians. Like, they set him up beautifully.
And also because they laid the seeds throughout the
with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, Infinity Stones.
Like, they showed us how powerful the Infinity Stones are, and then when a guy shows up wielding multiples at once, we're like, oh shit, it sets the stakes because you understand what the stakes are. Here it's like, oh no, a guy beat Thor. Okay, that happens every other Wednesday.
Also, not to abrupt, but I just saw, I think for the upcoming DC Comic Con panel, but it looks like Cody Ziegler is writing a DC Next Level book.
Oh, DC, you've taken Marvel's creators, and you're giving them what they want. They'll never return. Doom was not in Fantastic Four First Steps. There was a guy wearing a mask that was completely different than the mask in this trailer.
It could.
And there was zero context to that scene. It was just, oh look, a guy with a Dr. Doom mask is with Franklin Richards. That didn't set up anything.
Oh, great!
Again, it didn't set up this movie.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, it probably was supposed to be Doom, but it didn't look. It's not the same Doom we're seeing here, so it doesn't connect.
It's the weather wizard.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Actually, it would be a major positive, honestly. Anyways, I want to talk about X-Men 97, and I want to leave this room that's now 82. Oh, it went down to 82 instead of 82.4. Do we have any final thoughts on the Doomsday trailer? Because we'll not talk about it again until we get another trailer.
I mean, there's any thoughts? Again, I just think
Hype moments in Aura.
On Aura, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we missed one important detail.
What's that?
Herbie got a redesign.
Oh yeah, they rebuilt Herbie. Yeah, that's the thing though. That was weird. I was like, oh, they rebuilt Herbie after he got destroyed by Galactus, right? But then he had the same design he did in the movie at the end of the post-credit scene with Franklin. So I was like, well, wait a minute, why is Herbie different now? Yakajo says at best this could be a fun mess at least. I hope the fight scenes are good, but I better not see stupid things like Gambit beating Shang-Chi. Like, I'm just gonna check out if the fights don't make sense like that. Also, it's crazy. We got a new Herbie design to sell toys, but yet we didn't even get any Herbie toys for the first one.
It came after.
Yeah, and we're getting a Lego set like next month, which I'm actually excited about because it looks like it. AR said barely any aura. There was a guy in the Odyssey that had more aura than this entire trailer. He's in the giant blue armor. You've seen him on the poster and stuff. He just carried aura. He didn't do anything, but he had aura. It's funny because in the Odyssey story, he didn't have. God, what was his name? Oh, I'm gonna look up the Greek character name because I want to make sure. Because Jerry would probably be like, "Oh yeah, no, you're totally right."
Yeah.
Oh my god. Where is he?
Literally, I have the actual Odyssey right next. I'm kidding you. I'm not.
It's Agamemnon. It's Agamemnon.
Oh, Agamemnon.
Agamemnon.
Yes.
Yeah. He's just his aura and like nothing else, and it's so funny because Christopher Nolan like shoots him like super badass, but then if you know the story of the Odyssey, you're like, he's not actually doing anything. He just looks cool.
So where does Homer?
Yep.
So where does Homer fancy all this?
He directed it. Homer regenerated into Christopher Nolan.
For Nolan.
Homer went back in time and became the Homer of Homer the author.
Oh, great! Now imagining Homer and Doc.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Back
great.
to the Past, Back to the Future.
You see,
stuff.
Bart. I tell you, Bart, it's a great investment.
All right. Well, we're gonna go into our weekly X-Men discussion, which I will say
Is it time for Canuck Man?
Yes. Which I don't know if Jerry saw it because he was conventioning. So If you want to
Nope,
plug.
I was busy talking to. I'll plug. Hey, tomorrow we'll be playing Fatal Fury, which actually got, I think, another update. Season 3 is coming.
Yeah, they confirmed season 3, which damn
Wh-
for that game must be doing better than I thought it was. Honestly,
Yeah,
entertaining
and I'm
season
so
3.
glad seeing Rick Stroud be one of them. I've been wanting Rick Stroud since he came out in Real Bout.
Mm-hmm.
He's so cool. Cool music, cool design, cool fighting style, and then he disappeared.
Will you guys be
Nate,
streaming the Tokon beta this weekend?
that's my birthday, so
I think we.
and what if it wasn't my birthday? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday's my birthday, so I don't know. Maybe
let's put it as a
figure it out.
TBD because I may also be
Yeah.
knocked out post surgery.
That is true.
Somehow, post surgery sounds after the Master of Fighting Games is like his Ultra Instinct activating.
Oh my god, that could be crazy. Yeah.
Sound
If we do,
Gone,
keep track of the
update.
Discord, both Jerry's
Yes.
Discord, the Geek Fighters, and my Discord, because if we do a stream, we will announce it. If not, we will talk about it on our streams. I will also say that.
It is Kaggy, yes, Rick Stroud.
Yeah, we will. I may be on stream tomorrow. I may not be. It depends on how my day goes because I got to get. There's a certain amount of work I got to get done tomorrow, so I can be ready for my surgery on Friday that I'm doing because I'm getting. For anyone wondering, I'm getting skin cancer cells removed, so that's lovely. But that's on Friday, so because of that, I kind of getting a lot of work done this week. So I'm hoping to be on Jerry's stream tomorrow. I might be late. Depends on how the morning goes. So.
I hope I remember that. So
yeah, I'll try to remind you. If I'm going to be late, I'll tell you. If I'm not going to be late, I won't. I'll just show up.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but I just want to let everybody else know that I plan to be there. But we'll see. Ryan, your stuff is in the description, right? For all the people leaving.
Yes, Dark Horse 643 on YouTube and Blue Sky. Do archivations when I don't want to see his raid channel. You want any proof to DM me near Blue Sky or to Discord yourself? Discord protocol. Link in the description below.
All right. So on that note, anyone that's wanting to leave, if you want to dip.
I got commissions and stuff because I haven't seen it.
Yep. We will see
commissions
you.
And a regular job to do.
Oh, thanks, Blade Raider. It's a type of surgery that shouldn't have complications, but you never know. It's still surgery. Yep. They're carving out part of my toe.
That's what they told my mom. She has to get a very small surgery Wednesday.
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, well, any surgery has, but no, this should be good. This should be all right.
Yeah, it should be fine. So we'll see you next.
All right.
Everybody, we'll see you next week or on your own streams this week, Kaus. And I will also. All right, so we're going to go into X-Men discussion now for episode 5, Weapons, Lies, and DVDs. I do want to say programming note. I'm not going to cover this week's episode next week because we're going to be swamped with Comic-Con news. Even if it's a lighter Comic-Con, I don't think we have time to talk about X-Men.
What's the title for next week's episode?
Danger.exe.
Oh, we can't talk about we can't talk about Token cross promotion.
I would like to. I'm not going to commit to it. Like, we might just shift it. Depends on the Comic-Con news. It could be a light Comic-Con this year. Everything's been kind of weird. A bunch of announcements got made before it, so let's see. If we do shift it, it will be shifted to the following week, and we'll do 2. And then we will be shifting. Let me think about this, actually. The August 5th episode 8, we will talk about with episode 9. Because I'm going to have to take off, and I can't do a stream August 10th. Because I'm traveling. So we'll double up the last 2.
I mentioned I love all the Lantern promos that has the tagline, "Are you afraid?"
I don't know why the whole marketing campaign is like, what if we just tagline the things that everybody would make memes of instead of like promoting a good show? So anyways, so next week we might not cover, and then we'll double up, and then the last 2 episodes we'll double up. So that's a quick programming note, but I think that's going to be fine based on what I understand of the episodes. That might work out, but we have our Wolverine episode. We finally got one after, what is this? This is episode 15 of the show. I got our first Wolverine episode. That's pretty good, because usually most X-Men shows give us more Wolverine episodes than anything else. So I like that the show took a different pace. What's funny is it's not really a Wolverine episode. It's a Morph episode about Wolverine.
Poor Morph.
Poor Morph.
Can we call Logan Cuckarine?
No, I don't think that's quite fair, because I feel like he's not he's not quite cucking Morph as much as Morph is barking up the wrong tree. You know, I think.
Look. People will make fun of Jimmy for fumbling with Kara, but Wolverine to me is the ultimate fumbler man
Yes.
of all Marvel comics, because you're telling me you're barking out the redhead that already has a husband, where there's many beautiful women you can bark to better. Because look, Jean's nice, but they're a much better woman.
You know what? You want to hear my deep-seated read on this whole situation?
What?
So, in the episode, Wolverine doesn't stop because he's brood infected and he's feral, and he attacks Morph, but then Morph turns into Jean and he stops. And there's this dialogue, it's very clever dialogue at the end of the episode, where Wolverine is saying, like, I've always been this way and I always will be this way. I always, he basically is always saying, like, I'm always going to hurt people. I'm always going to screw up. I'm always this feral animal. I'll never be anything different. Morph, you can be anything you want to be. Like, literally, Morph can be anything they want to be, physically, and, they have options. Wolverine, in his own self-deprecating way, has decided at this point in his life in this show that he isn't anything more than an animal. And I think in a lot of ways that's why he doesn't give Morph any credit, because he feels like if he lets Morph get too close, he's just going to be the reason Morph dies, which has already happened once, right? Like, if you go, because this is the thing about this season in particular, they take the continuity of the original show into factor, is that you have Morph and Wolverine were buddies. Morph gets supposedly killed, even though they were captured by Sinister, and then Wolverine, like, gets Morph back, and it's great, but I don't think, like, Wolverine doesn't want to lose Morph again, which is why, like, there's this whole conversation about, like, Logan was like, nah, Morph, you chose to come on this mission, because I think that, there's a whole conversation of, like, did Logan only go to this facility to get his adamantium back? Yes. Did he expect the entire team to try to get killed by Brood? Probably not, because nobody in this universe has ever met the Brood. So I think he understands that, like, yeah, he got Kane and Maverick killed, and put everybody at danger for a selfish reason.
Blue Guy's Psy,
Yeah.
right? I only recognize it because that Wolverine box set for Legends.
Yeah. Kane is a guy I only know through toys. I know nothing else about him.
Yeah, he went out like a chump.
Like, when he showed up, I was like, he's dead.
My favorite part watching the episode is, like, I went, oh, hi, Crispin Freeman. I can recognize your funny accent voice anywhere.
I always forget Maverick's French.
Yeah, because they took away his French accent over the X-Men, so yeah. That's why I forget French. But it's like, Roy Harper, what are you doing here? Right.
Every Crispin Freeman role is just a clone of Roy Harper. But anyways, the point I was going to make
Welcome, Wheels.
Welcome, Wheels. We're talking X-Men 97 spoilers, so...
Oh, no!
Yeah.
X-Men 97 spoilers. All right. I joined the cast of the X-Men. That's your spoiler.
Cool.
We have one wheelchair member. We can have.
No, you can have WizKid.
True.
Anyways, just your fair warning, Wheels. We're going into X-Men 97 spoilers. So.
Oh no. A show I don't watch.
Fair enough. All right. So, the thing with Logan as a character in this show at this point in time is that everybody he ever gets close to gets hurt or killed. Why is he obsessed with Jean? Because Jean can't die. She died and came back as the Phoenix. Is Logan's subconscious latching on to the fact that Jean came back from the dead not completely different? Like, Yuriko became a crazy cyborg, and the others and all this, but, like, Jean came back as the same person, back from the dead, and he's like, that's actually pretty nice for me, considering I don't die, I'm old, I keep healing. She can do that. I think his subconscious is attracted to it. Now, in the comics, they've explained that Wolverine's fascination with Jean is because his primal instinct picks up on the raw power of the Phoenix, and that's where the attraction comes from. But they haven't explored that in this show, and I don't think they're going down that route.
I kind of hope they don't.
I was just thought it was the weird Logan thing of he always sees the motherly wife side in a lot of his women.
No, it isn't.
I always thought it was like that weird attraction.
The thing is, the reason why is because they actually explained it was that the Phoenix Force was calling to, like, the primal instinct inside Wolverine.
Okay. That's funny because I
don't
thought
like
it was
it.
the weird.
I much rather explore like why he would be interested in Jean so much because
a little too much like I sense your power level. You're only meant for me or something like that.
And the thing is that like I do kind of like the idea that because Jean is essentially immortal, like that's one of the reasons why Wolverine's attracted to her. I like that concept because it makes sense for him being as old as he is and how many people he's had that have died on him. Even in the show, he's had like 3 dead ex-girlfriends that all came back to try to kill him. Jean didn't come back and try to kill him. That's that's what it is there.
I mean, she tried. I mean, it wasn't for him. She was gonna kill everybody else, but
but that was after Mastermind mind controlled her. So it's not really her. Yeah. But the thing is, so I think it's very interesting the way that the episode did kind of explore that Logan could be a better person if he thought that he could be. He puts himself down into this box of, I'm just an animal and that's all I'll ever be. And while Morph is like,
Yay!
That jump scared me. Holy shit. Anyways, while Morph is like, you can be much better than this, and Wolverine's rejecting that. I also do like Lady Deathstrike with all the
He's like
shade.
a disabled guy.
Lady Deathstrike's just like,
really
you gotta find somebody else. It ain't working out. And I also did appreciate the way that Sabretooth was like, oh, this Morph's in love with Wolverine. I'm gonna one-up Wolverine in this department. He was like flirting with Morph the entire episode, which I don't think was for any legitimate reason. I think he was just trying to do it to one-up Wolverine.
Let's say because I really like Deathstrike. That she was really that whole Tomo scene with Morph. But also I love how courageous because I feel like too much Sabretooth gets written as just wild animal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time. I love to remember he's a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick, but I love that they remembered that he's smart. Like there's
what? Sabretooth has brain?
Yeah.
I know, right?
There's this scene where he's fixing the computer and Lady Deathstrike is confused and he's like, I've lived a long time. I keep up with technology. And it's great because it's
brain?
True. He's smart.
You know what's my favorite part? People realizing that he's really butt naked because you remember his transformation in the 90s cartoon. His suit just morphs onto it.
Like his suit is part of his biology for some reason. Even though it can still tear her apart in the episode.
I mean, he was like man spreading when he was sitting down. Yeah,
he was like, oh, Morph likes the short hairy guy. What about the tall hairy guy? He's man spreading. It was crazy. It was crazy, but I also appreciate the fact they kind of went for it. I thought that was fun. But I liked the way that like you had the
I like how they made Omega Red the bigger Wolverine hater somehow than Sabretooth.
I know. I think that's the thing that worked for me was the fact that like they let Lady Deathstrike and are you shitting me, Disney?
Oh, what they do now?
That Mandalorian Collector's Edition is $220.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Good Lord. It's not even, it's just a fancy box and a steelbook.
But it's from Disney.
Yeah. Anyways, no. So the thing is, I appreciate was the fact that like they framed the episode with Morph learning from Deathstrike and Sabretooth, like the two sides of Wolverine, and like what he's like and how he's been. I thought that was really, really strong, and I think that's kind of like what makes the episode work. And I think that it was really cool. So, like, I think that's the thing. So, on top of all the stuff we'll talk about in a moment, but, like, I think from the core character perspective, insanely strong episode. And I think that, like, the fact that they were willing to let the characters be messy, which is a thing the show has been very good at, is letting the characters be messy.
No, Sam, according to comic Twitter, that's bad.
Yeah, God. The reaction to this episode was a whole lot of, wow, you guys never watched the original show, huh?
No, trust me, this and my Avengers Superman. People do not understand that romance drama is part of comic books.
If everybody on comic Twitter had their way, comic books would have been dead like 30 years ago because they wouldn't be selling because the drama keeps it going. Fights are not everything. Fights get boring. Marv Wolfman always said, you can draw the most amazing fight in the world, but there's no meaning behind it. Nobody cares.
It's more annoying with my Avengers even more because most of the Kara Jimmy stuff has all been comedy, practically.
Yeah, and it's also like, it's clearly on an arc.
Sorry,
anyways, like Blade Raider said, they let them be bloody this episode. This was the most violent episode of the show so far, considering they had the Genosha massacre last season. Like,
do you like your ding mixed with Among Us?
Well, like the Brood were based on Alien, right? So I was like, oh, we're doing an Alien episode because it's, and then it was like, nope, we're doing John Carpenter's The Thing, and I was like,
I
brilliant,
see Among Us.
Brilliant. Yeah, I see. I mean, Among Us is based on The Thing, so it's appropriate. Yep. I did like that Morph stayed on theme the whole episode. He only turned into Canadian mutants, and then Spider-Man. I loved it. He was so accurate 90s Spider-Man too, because he didn't throw a single punch.
A punch. He never threw a punch. And we used the animation Doc Ock grabbing him.
Yep.
And then here's the real question: did they at least play a Spider-Man song while he?
No, because it was they were playing Omega Red's big old Russian bagpipe music.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't actually Spider-Man. You don't want to play Spider-Man's theme when Morph.
Rah 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 rah.
Didn't they play Spider-Man's theme when he appeared in season 1?
Yeah, they had a little leitmotif of it because they legally can't use it, but they can homage it.
One of these days, I'm going to destroy Sony. I'm going to destroy Saban.
No, it's Disney.
Yeah, but it's Saban. It's Saban.
Saban. Saban, but Disney owns the rights to that show, and if there's Sony's not involved with the Spider-Man animated stuff.
But Saban owns the music, don't they? No,
yep.
Don't they?
I'm still got the
music. No, they own the royalties or whatever.
They own the rights to the music.
That's why they had to credit them in every episode, right? For X-Men.
And also why they brought up, they don't reuse any music from the original show. They just have the composer.
Because they only want to pay one royalty.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, the episode itself is like, I thought the homage to The Thing was great. I thought it was oh my god, poor Maggot though. Poor Maggot finally made it into a cartoon, and then he died.
I went, that's the guy I know because of the Marvel Legends.
Yep. I was like, oh hey Maggot. Oh you got brooded. Oh, okay. Bye Maggot.
I actually read because according to the tapes, because I did pause and read the tapes. Apparently, there is a version of Laura somewhere in this universe. Yep. There is an X-23. Also, Winter Soldier. I guess they're involved with the Winter Soldier program. I guess
that makes sense because Mega Red was there.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
I thought it's one of those like they're in Canada. It's like I thought they're in Canada.
They're in Canada, but they are doing work for the Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess after the Sentinel invasion at the end of season 1, they just went, Omega Red, get back in your tube.
Yeah.
Hey everybody.
Click the wrong tab again. I was trying to look up the actual videotape thing, and then I caused the browser to freak the hell out. Okay. Back to Disney Plus, which is what I was trying to do, and I got on YouTube somehow, because I thought I'd find it on YouTube, but I realized that Disney Plus would be faster. What were we talking about? I got distracted. I'm so sorry.
The tapes.
The tapes. The DVDs. Which I thought it was funny that Yuriko preferred Laserdisc, considering Laserdisc was way more popular in Japan than any other part of the world. That was like a very good attention to detail. And a fun gag. But yeah, no, I thought it was kind of... that was another thing. Little bummed out we didn't get a unique intro for this one, like we did for the X-Force episode.
I guess they want to make sure they have, because I feel like they're going to reuse the X-Force.
I think they're going to reuse the X-Force title cards, whereas I don't think we're seeing Deathstrike and Sabretooth again this season, and Maverick and Garrison Kane are dead.
Are dead.
But we did get a title card sequence that had every main X-Men in it.
Oh, Bishop. We got Bishop. No, wait.
Forge. Forge finally got his title card. I've been waiting forever for that. So Forge finally got his title card, which was great. I thought it was great that he was working with the Blackbird, because he built that. So, there's Maggot getting killed, so I need to scroll back a little bit. There's the DVDs. Okay, so let's see. What do we got on the DVDs here? I'm not on the TV. Yeah, okay. I'm on the right screen. Didn't want to get copyright claimed by Disney after all that work I did with the Doomsday trailer. Okay, so Winter Soldier, Mastodon Cyborg, Cyber... Ajax was the villain in the first Deadpool movie.
Yep.
X-23, Aurora's part of Alpha Flight. Phantom X.
Oh, a lot. There was a lot of Alpha Flight cameos this episode.
Yeah. Weapon X would have... I think they could have done Weapon X or Team X if they wanted to do a unique intro. They have Sabretooth, Garrison Kane. I don't know what Ant is supposed to be.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, Ant? What's that supposed to be?
They got Weapon 6. Because Weapon X got retconned as being Weapon 10. Kimura. There's a bunch of Wolverine villains in here. Also, shout out Erika Ishii was amazing as Lady Deathstrike. She was really, really good. I don't know why they didn't bring back the original actress, but I thought Erika Ishii did a good job.
I imagine
availability. Yeah, Silver Fox, who was also in the original show. Yeah, Weapon 18 is the Brood thing. For anyone keeping track of numbers. Agent Zero's here, that's Maverick. So, I did like how they're like, DVDs, cutting edge, because as we established last week, DVDs were made in 1997. Or 1996, and they were released in 1997, so it was like...
I love Sabretooth's the one that knows, like, I'm up to date.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, I think this was just like, it was a really solid episode. I think it was a good break after having 4 straight episodes about Apocalypse, right? Like 4 very heavy Apocalypse episodes. Now we got a break from it, but it's still a character focus, so it's not a filler episode. And then next week we go back to the X-Men and probably Apocalypse stuff, and next week's Danger, which will be fun.
If you want, it's like, man, just give me an after the Tokon beta.
Yeah. Also, internet.
Before Tokon beta.
It's gonna be it's gonna come out, and then Tokon beta 2 days later, and then her Marvel Legend will be announced at Comic-Con. Trust me, it's gonna happen.
Synergy.
I hope it does. Actually, that'd be really freaking cool. We have Danger Weekend. Also, I want to say that there's too many people giving Bo DeMeo credit out there on the internet. He only co-wrote Rise of Apocalypse Part 1 and 2. Every other episode is not. He did not write directly. He was showrunner at one point on this season. Obviously, things changed because it was only in storyboard stage when he was fired. But he's been getting too much credit this season. There's a ton of other people working on the show. So, yeah. I think that's about it, though. There was some people that weren't feeling this episode because they're not big Wolverine fans, and I totally get that. But there was also people being really mean about it. And I was like,
it's the case where I like this episode, but I think I still much prefer Evolution's take on Logan more, just as a me thing, because I just much prefer him as the mentor role, and like, I just kind of like that.
I think that's probably one of my favorite Wolverines that's ever been put to screen, but he's also the least comic accurate for that reason. But that's fine because he's much better, honestly.
Yeah, it's the case of like, I know Evolution's Logan's a very different character, but I just much prefer that type of character more. Because I think Logan is supposed to be a tragic character, and I think this episode did a great job. But it's like I think
Evolution Logan wasn't tragic enough. I think that he could have used another storyline or two to like kind of really. I don't know. I think it's like I love Evolution, but I do feel like it did need that season 5.
I think it's the case of I just much prefer that type of character more, like where like he still has that tragic need for him, but the kids bring out the best out of him, and such like that.
I think the only thing the thing is with Logan and Evolution, I think the only thing with Evolution Logan is that I do feel like we only barely touched any of his backstory, and I would have liked a little bit. I think it's the thing.
Well, it's because we didn't get more Cap.
What I was gonna say was that did we get any of Logan's past romances in Evolution? I don't think we did.
We only got his BFF Cap.
No, wait, that's just I'm thinking of Wolverine X-Men with Yuriko. No, just because the show was
the only show to really do Logan's backstory. I think is still
Wolverine.
Wolverine
X-Men.
90s and Wolverine.
Wolverine and the X-Men and 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Evolution was focused on. Because again, I don't mind. As much as I do like Logan, I do much prefer him stepping back in Evolution for letting the other characters shine more.
And I like that we've done that in 97. That is a thing I will say though. We did move from Bone Claw Wolverine really quickly. He doesn't really struggle with the Bone Claws in this show because of the accelerated timeline of the nature of the. But it's also the way the 90s show would have done it, right? He doesn't really struggle with the Bone Claws. So I'm kind of hoping one of the upcoming tie-in comics might be like, all right, let's show why Logan's mad about the Bone Claws. Because that currently, outside of the fact they break, it didn't really seem like it was affecting him that much. There is that line from last season that his healing factor doesn't work with the Bone Claws anymore. But, I think that was like my only real complaint. But I'm also glad they kind of just kept all the Wolverine to one episode because we need the screen time for everybody else.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's definitely a screen time thing. Because like I feel like they could have done like a bigger arc with it, but there's so much. Don't we have 9 episodes this season?
Yeah, we only have 9, but I think that What we needed was maybe what they did with Storm last season, where it's like, here's an episode, but then here's a B plot in another episode to like set it up. But
with we already have like 3.
I'd rather the screen time go to the characters that don't have 3 standalone solo movies.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with Logan. He's a great character, but like just like Batman, I would like everybody had more time to shine before everybody else can such that.
To answer Mategi's question, yes, Emma Frost was planned for Evolution Season 5, and this is what she would have looked like. If I could find where the browser froze. The browser froze on the X-Men 97 page. So
they can't handle all the Emma.
There you go. There's Emma. Look at her. Gorgeous. There was somebody was talking about Wolverine the X-Men feeling like it was a soft continuation of X-Men Evolution, like thematically. And it kind of is.
The thing is, like,
continuity-wise, it doesn't work, but there's a bunch of similar themes. Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. Like, I think like Rogue and Logan's kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
It feels like a continuation because Rogan and Logan did kind of bond in Evolution, so that's like one of the many things. But I think it's like, but then Scott and Jean, it makes the whole thing not work. Stuff like that.
I mean, it does tap into like Phoenix, which the Evolution never did, right? Like I don't think either show repeated storylines on top of each other. I think they had kind of distinctive storyline paths.
Because the Sentinels were in Evolution, but they were more a bigger deal in Wolverine X-Men.
Which kind of felt like an evolution of where they were in Evolution, right? Where they were kind of getting started in Evolution, whereas like Wolverine
because they were
a full-on threat.
They were full on, yeah.
Yeah. Did we do Archangel in Evolution?
No, just Angel.
Not really.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, and Angel gets to be Archangel pretty quick in Wolverine the X-Men, so it does kind of feels like a spiritual successor, like there's another show I'm trying to think. There's another show that did. There's another couple shows that did that where they kind of
Marvel DC. Which one? Marvel DC? Because
either or. I know there's another example of that. Like two shows that are kind of linked, even though they're not really connected.
I mean, there's like Teen Titans and the Batman.
Yeah.
1 to 4. Yeah, because I've been I'm almost actually done finishing the Batman, and like the more you had to adjust some things, but I feel like it is more believable that Robin can become Teen Titans Robin. He has that Robin anger in him.
Honestly, like I'm looking forward to the Watchtower database video of them trying to canon those two together, because I actually feel like it's probably similar to X-Men Evolution and Wolverine the X-Men. They're probably like closer than we think.
I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's probably connected, but I like to think Legion of Superheroes also connected to those two shows. Also,
actually, that one can fit with the Batman perfectly. There's there's nothing to say that it couldn't.
Yeah, maybe Superman's characterization is a bit different because Superman.
We only saw Superman in like 4 episodes, so who's to say?
Because Superman's a bit John Burnsy in his first appearance, but after that, the season 5 for me, they became best friends. So it's a kind of line up. You just need to know the voice differences.
Oh, Alice said, Soundout, interesting question. There were renowned bad comics that you actually love. Have I shown you my 12 volumes of Wolverine Epic collections from the 90s?
I like Dark. I'm not sure how people feel about Dark Crisis, but I enjoy Dark Crisis.
I don't mind Dark Crisis if I don't look at the tie-ins.
Yeah, I don't know how many people feel about it, but I enjoy reading Dark Crisis.
I have a perfect example of a comic that people don't love that I actually really do. Let me grab it here. It's ridiculous, and I can't believe it made it to an omnibus. Yeah. It's related. It's it right here. It's Dark Wolverine. There's so many people are like, this comic's awful. It's exploitive. It's this. It's that. It's this and that. It's terrible. I'm like, no, I actually really love it though. Like people don't like Akihiro as a character that much pre-Krakoa, but I actually do. I feel like I'm crazy sometimes. I also love Astounding Wolfman. Apparently, I found out the general consensus on the internet is that book's terrible, and I'm like, how?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. Like, I've listened to multiple podcasts where people will casually mention, like, they'll be talking about Robert Kirkman. They're like, yeah, he can really miss. Like, Astounding Wolfman was terrible, and I'm like, that was my favorite Kirkman comic. What the hell? What am I seeing? No one else is.
Actually, that's actually their answer. I like Kirkman Transformers. I need to catch up.
I like it too, but I don't even think it's bad. I think Transformers fandom is
no, people like God. The Transformers community really over exaggerate how much
Transformers fandom has never touched a bad comic. Apparently,
no, trust me. Trust me.
What are they talking about? Literally, most of the comics are bad. Most of the comics are bad.
Trust me, I seen like some of the YouTubers that covered the Universe Transformers, and they get like, oh, I'm so tired of talking about this book. There's so much negativity. Like, boy, you're not. If you wish you were Marvel X-Men fans wish you were in this position of the comics right now or something like that.
Yeah.
Because even if Kirkman's era is a bit weaker than DWA's era of the book, it's still a good book. I used to say that.
Yeah, it's still solid. I think it got better when we went back to Earth. Been really enjoying those issues.
G.I. Joe's the best. G.I. Joe's the best.
G.I. Joe it's still like G.I. Joe, Void Rivals, Transformers. Like G.I. Joe still clears the Energon universe. It's crazy good.
I still don't know how Josh Williams is alive.
He's a magician. He's on that he's on whatever Bendis was on in the 2000s.
He's like he's writing Superman, Iron Man, G.I. Joe, Legion,
Blood of the Wolfman.
Blood of the Wolfman. Like, my God, man.
Yeah.
Because I remember when DC started, he was balancing so many. Because
that's why he had to leave Green Arrow, because he was starting on G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, my God, man. How are you able to balance while going mad?
Alice says, for me, it's Absolute Power, because what it does for Amanda Waller shows how far she can go. I like Absolute Power in concept. My issue is that I don't think Absolute Power in a bubble is bad. I think it's the fact that it was coming off of so many Waller-themed events. So it just kind of felt reductive.
My problem with Absolute Power is it really should have been at least 5 issues. It's
too short. Yeah.
It was too cramped. Because I think DC.
Also that third act multiverse twist was completely unnecessary. That was when I lost me.
Because it went nowhere. It kind of went nowhere. Yeah, because like I was trying to think, like, maybe did it connect with the whole Dark Side stuff, but no, it didn't. The Dark Side was separate, practically.
Also, Blade Raider said, you like something called Wolfman? I'm shocked. Shocked. Okay, maybe not that shocked. But yeah, my answer for comics that people consider bad that I actually like is Wolfman and Dark Wolverine, depending on where you are on the internet. Because I know there are people that like this book too. It sold out at a few retailers, all right? That means that people did like it in some way. Or
no, we didn't.
Completionists. I know there's at least one other YouTuber that shares my love for
my favorite thing still to sound out is how there was a literal X-Men reviewer I saw the other day on YouTube who was like, I love the X-Men. The X-Men are great. But man, as a longtime X-Men fan, let me tell you how horrible these people are.
Yes.
You see, in DC, you don't have that.
I gotta say, who is the messy team in DC?
Cause you think whenever it's
2000's Justice League. Oh, what, talking about some morally reprehensible stuff? 2000's Justice League.
I was gonna say anything Jeff Johns touches. I don't know.
That's a good one too.
Was that which era? Was that Brett Spiner? Or was that before Brett Spiner? Not Brett. What's the
Brad Meltzer?
Was that Brett Meltzer era? Or was
that whole era, like Identity Crisis, Cry for Justice.
Yeah.
Freaking everything they did during Infinite Crisis. My God, they had Wonder Woman snapping guys' necks
on Monster
TV.
Island.
Yeah.
Props to Josh Williams. He's doing a bang up job writing Prime, man.
Blade Raider, the mess team of DC is all the CW shows. That's the rap. I want you to do a viewing guide on a CW Arrowverse, man. I will.
I need to know because that's a rabbit hole.
Yep.
I need to eventually drop down one day. But because I do know those shows like crossover and all that.
I would basically do the viewing guide like watch this to this, this to this, this to this, this to this, crossover, this to this, this to this, this to this, this to this, crossover. Like that's how I'd structure it. I'd have you watch up to the crossover, right, and then I'd put the crossover in, and then I'd have you continue. Like that's that.
Because the way I did, like, I remember when I did my big DCAU watch with my partner, we went like, okay, we watch. I think when we get to like after like Batman Game issues and Superman. We went with episode of STAS, then episode New Batman Adventures, and so on. Then when we got to the next show, like Beyond, we went to Beyond and Zeta, the Beyond, and so on. And Just League the Static, and such like that. So like, I feel like I'm gonna do that with Arrowverse when I get to that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get my Dark Wolverine omnibus back on the shelf. It's kind of thick. You have to squeeze it to fit it.
Do you always fear that your books will get like crushed when you squeezing it tight like that?
Sometimes. I left the books a little loose when I first got these shelves, and a couple of them started expanding, and I was like, nope, they need to be tight. I got filler books that just are there to space things. Like right now, my shelf is a little awkward because it's Nightwing Compendium 1, Compendium 2, Battle for the Cowl, Compendium 3, because Compendium 3 didn't fit on the previous shelf, so I just needed to stick something there and Battle for the Cowl fit, so works for me.
I think that's me with my shelf because like my I need to get this is why I need to get a new bookshelf because I have my DC stuff on the top, but the middle part is so small that only like compact size books can fit in there. So it goes DC, all my compact size books, and then DC again to the Marvel stuff because so it goes finest stock. It goes like DC to finest because I ordered from main DC books and finest at the very end because I want all the finest stuff to stick together, and then cut off finest, then all the Marvel, then the epics I have. It looks this one awkward gap in the middle from the cut off for structure like that.
Also, not to sound like I'm putting it off, but Arrowverse viewing guide, October 10th, 2027. It's on the schedule now.
2027.
You know why?
Why?
First of all, I have to survive a few viewing guides. Second of all, that'll be the 15th anniversary of Arrow.
Okay.
It's good. It also gives me some time to work on it because it's not just this show. It's like, how do you line it up to watch it now that it's all done? And then also, like, here's the thing too. Before Crisis, it's like, well, now you got to go watch 6 seasons of Lucifer. Like, what I'm gonna do, I'll probably have to do it like tie-in material: Lucifer, Titans, Swamp Thing, Gotham. You know, like that kind of thing. I'm gonna have to like, it'll be crazy.
You might want to give you a list then.
I will. I don't have a list yet. That's the problem, because I don't have a list yet because I've only mapped Supergirl's crossovers, right?
Oh,
so I'll give you the outline when it's done. But I got to do Spider-Man first, and I got to do 2 more X-Men videos first. Then I can give you a list of an outline. So, anyways, that being said, I don't think you have to worry about a crossover in Arrow until like the middle of season 3. So you can even start. You got time.
Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest thing that holds me up is Arrow. I remember watching it back then. I did not like it. I did not like they're taking Ollie.
Just pretend he's Batman, and you'll be fine.
That's the problem. I watch Green Arrow. I want Green Arrow.
Just pretend he's Batman. And that's what I did. That's what I did about like mid-season 2.
Batman, and just pretend he's everything that New 52 represented. Edge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, I gotta pee, and we've been going 4 hours, so we're wrapping up now.
Oh, you got a bottle next to you. Use it.
This is a nice cup that I bought that donated money to breast cancer awareness in 2020. All right.
In that breast.
No. Anyways, we'll be back next week with our Comic-Con coverage. Depending
You're a boob.
Depending on the news output, if it's overwhelming, like 15 pages of notes, we'll pre-record it. If it's a normal amount of news, maybe a little bit more than normal amount of news, we'll do it live. So we'll just.
Or we won't do it at all. Woo!
No, we're definitely doing it. I mean, unless unless that surgery really takes me down, we're doing it on, so we'll see.
We'll have ask for check to live stream it.
That would be. I could do an astral projection live stream, but will anyone show up?
Oh.
You train for the Tibetan monk. Train for the Tibetan monk to astral project.
Exactly. All right. Well, we already did our plugs earlier, so see you guys next week.
Plug these nuts.